Coming up on CHGO Cubs, presented by Toyota and Bet365. It's a Cubby watch-along. It's the reopening day. Opening day 2.0. New channel. New season. New vibes. Hang out with us next. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's the CHGO Cubs Watch-Along. First one of the season, presented by Toyota and Bet365. Luke Stuckmeyer, Cody Delmendo, and the return of Kevin Wells in seat number 3.
Let's go. He's back.
Sarah running the 1s and 2s. We got the Bulls guys ready to do their show, but we are up and live on the new CHGO Cubs YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do it. We've been up for about, 30 hours.
Mm-hmm. We've been up for a while.
Taking over the internet, taking over YouTube.
And we got Ian Happ at the plate already.
Yeah, we're up and running. Yeah. So we will do a live post-game show from the studio after this. Kevin's not staying the whole time.
No, I'll be here for a couple hours.
Couple hours.
Maybe an hour.
He's got a day job, too.
I love the new score bug.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's new?
At the top of the screen.
Score bug.
Right where I'm pointing.
I was just watching the game.
No, I'm talking about on our screen.
This one.
Yeah, no, our score bug.
New channel, new graphics, new
great.
score bugs.
Yeah, look at us.
Only the best for CHGO Cubs.
Still scoreless.
We really took it up a notch on that one. I like it. Shane says in the chat, 917 subs.
917 sickos have already jumped on our board.
We need more sickos, though.
Well, we need to get to 1,000 before the end of the night. There's no question about that.
So, as the game just started, it's a 2-1 count. I would just like to announce that I have Nerfy and I have Dansby Swanson over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I also have the first hit parlay of the season of Kyle Tucker, Michael Busch, and PCA to all get hits.
Timeout before he swings. Are we doing a who you got thing? We can talk about the name.
I already put it in Slack. I said I took Kyle Tucker.
Who? You took Tucker? Okay, I got to take Ian Happ.
I'll take PCA. Oh.
Okay, I'm not taking Happ. I'm taking, let me think of who I'm taking.
You can have Vidal Brujan. Nope, he's on the aisle.
No Brujan.
You can take Miles Mastrobuoni just to remember him.
That's really bold of you to take 3 Cubs to get hits against Zach Gallen. That's bold.
Well he's not going to pitch the whole game.
He's not going to pitch the whole game. Oh, first pitch.
Tuck.
That would have ruined my Nerfy. Warning track Kings.
He would have fit in with
Warning track Kings. We remain undefeated.
99 off the bat.
The good march to 1,000, Kevin. That's right. March to 1,000.
Good to see everybody in the chat, too.
I like the way he took that ball, though.
Wells, you got any ideas? We don't want to call it who you got anymore.
We were talking about calling it.
We can't call it who you got.
And the Hawks guys call it who's your guy, so you can't do that. Or
no,
who's your Hawk.
I said call a Cub.
Call a Cub.
Call your Cub.
Call your Cub.
That's not bad.
Call your Cub.
I don't have anything better off the top of my head. I think that's fine. I think you can go with that for now. Maybe. Or
for now, it's our
for now. That's fine. It's better than who you got. Yeah. Who you got? You kind of got to retire.
Well, we had to retire it. I won every year. And
no, remember you said that Ryan won. Who you got?
Well, only because he was taking it so seriously.
Whoa! Sailed that one.
That Eugenio Suarez who just airmailed that?
That was Eugenio Suarez.
One of the things I love about Eugenio Suarez has nothing to do with him. It's just how Pat Hughes says his name.
I was going to say, if you want to jump off this for a little bit just to listen to Pat Hughes say Eugenio, that's okay with me.
Yeah, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. The way he says Eugenio Suarez.
On that one.
Wow, yeah, that was an easy 1-2-3 inning for Gallen there. Let's see if the Cubs can come back.
Rogue Wave calls it Cubby Call. We could call it Cubby Call.
Was that Morel at third? Is it too soon to make that joke? I like Christopher Morel.
We
Just
all
wasn't
did.
good at third base.
Yeah.
I did see somebody a Cubs fan on Twitter jokingly put him as their AL MVP this year. I don't remember who did it, but I saw that and it's like, man.
Well, I did say the Rays were going to make the playoffs yesterday.
It was somebody who was the ultimate Jed Hoyer hater. Just wants everybody he's traded to be bad or have a bad season.
Well, I feel like that's a lot of fans right now, unfortunately. But we'll see. The Cubs have to prove all those people wrong.
65 people awake and watching with us.
Did you guys notice that everyone, unfortunately, except for the Cardinals, lost today in the division?
Yeah.
Brewers almost came back and beat the Yankees. Devin Williams almost blew the save. But
yeah, I saw the
Reds
Brewers
blew
almost
it.
came back.
Pirates blew a late inning lead.
Who did the Cardinals beat? I didn't see that game at all.
Sox are the best team in town right now.
Yeah.
I was just telling the Bulls guys over there, I don't think the White Sox have had that high of a vibes day at their ballpark in a couple of years. Derek Rose first pitch, Tim Anderson comes back, and they hit a couple of bombs and they win 8-1. When's the last time they won by 7 runs in a game?
Tim Anderson played?
Yeah, he played.
Oh.
He batted third or fourth. Yeah.
All right, so this is actually a big moment here early, perhaps. 3-1 count with 2 outs with Bush at the plate.
And he goes down looking.
That's a borderline strike. I'm glad he didn't swing at that.
No.
It's not a good pitch to swing
I
at
don't
on
love
3-1.
I don't love the 3-0 swing because you're going to get just as good a pitch at 3-1.
Yeah.
I really don't. In most cases, I don't love giving a green light to guys anyway.
It depends on who the player is.
Sure.
All right.
But even some of the really good hitters, I'm not a huge swinging at 3-0.
Well, what do we got here? Oh, he laid off. That's not a hit, so that doesn't really help me in anything.
Really good plate discipline there, though. That's a really hard pitch to lay off. The bottom just
he
dropped
actually
out
has
on that curveball.
coming in. He had decent numbers against Gallen. A very small sample size, but he sees Gallen well. So
kind of hard to compare because the Cubs lineup is much better than it has been the last 2 years. But man, Zach Gallen's numbers against the Cubs are kind of ridiculous. He's had a very good run against them.
Yeah, Swanson. He would win me a bet and lose me a bet if he got a hit right now.
Gary says almost as many base runners as Japan. This is sort of how it feels.
Oh,
that was a great pitch to hit. Just got under it.
Yeah. He was out in front a little bit. Ugh.
And that's
so
the end of that.
2 left on base early. This is with 2 outs. Whatever. You got a 2-out walk.
The
move
pitch
guy
count got up.
Yeah.
Raising the pitch count a little bit.
So while we're in commercial,
Mm-hmm.
my good buddy Sam Olber is going to join us in the 3rd inning.
Oh, cool.
And then Brendan's going to jump on in the 5th, I think.
Awesome.
I think he's in the chat. So if you don't know, Sam Olber does the Locked On Cubs podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically battle with them for like the top 2 podcasts and for like Cubs and like all the rankings. Anytime I go
So when
look
he
at the
comes on,
rankings.
I should be like, welcome to the #1 podcast.
Show him up a little bit. Welcome to a real Cubs podcast.
I don't know.
Him and Matt are awesome. I got to know them pretty well at Cubs convention this year.
Peter says, come on, guys, keep the vibes up.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. So, and Sam's a huge Illinois fan, so I've been conversing.
That's
with
right
him
up your
about
alley.
that.
There you go. Yeah.
I've been conversing with him about that stuff all winter. So.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You got a win. I did not. I got booted real quick.
Yeah.
I'm a Marquette fan for people who are watching in the chat. We are frauds. We'll be back next year.
Shaka.
Maybe.
We still got Shaka. Yeah.
Valpo might be back at some point.
I don't know.
I'm
We'll
rooting
see.
for Valpo because Roger Powell Jr. is their head coach.
Yeah.
Illini legend.
It is cool though. I'm looking. I've never met Sam or any of those guys. So if I'm still on, I look forward to meeting them. We're lucky. We have a lot of good, and I'm really happy to be back in the fold with you guys too. This is going to be a really fun year. We're really lucky to have such a really strong media presence around the Cubs and a lot of great podcasts and a lot of great beat writers. It's always fun when the season starts and kind of seeing who's in the fold, who are the old vets, who who's got the like. It is fun to see
Who are the frauds? No, I didn't say that.
the culmination of everything we have. We are lucky to be in the market we're in and have a team trying to win.
Oh, Braggs is
Or
in the
break
chat
even.
now.
Who's in? Oh,
He
Greg
says
Braggs.
Marquette and Illinois both beat Purdue. Not so fun fact.
yeah, that's true. Marquette really had a good game against Purdue this year.
Braggs apparently got a new haircut today, and I know he's dying to just show the world.
Oh man!
Did you see he was in our Slack channel begging
did-
to come
I
onto
did
our
see him
watch?
say
He's
that,
begging
yeah.
to come onto the watch.
Braggs, I hope you're well, my friend. Miss you. Hope
We
I'll see
are
you soon.
we are 3 outs away from the Nerfy.
Got a
And-
bionic knee. There's a hit.
Did you see that Justin Steele cut his hair?
Yeah, I just saw Gary say it in the chat. Let's see.
Yeah, Ketel Marte just picking up right
He's
off
clean
that
cut
MVP
now?
caliber season.
He trimmed off
He
the back a little
cut
bit.
the
yeah.
hair, yeah.
And that's a pitch he's going to want back. He kind of left that one numbers
see that
high
one
right
again.
over the
Look
plate.
at that.
Oh, it looks so much better.
Yeah, I'm not a
It
fan
looks
of the
better.
long hair.
It looks better.
You'd think that it would have been the reason
The old
that
hair was
he
dripping
gonna
and you
get
couldn't
back.
tell if it was wet or sweat.
That's a good stop by PCA. But
Yeah,
he
that
could
could
have
have
if
been
that gets
3.
past him, Marte's on third. God damn it. Oh, right to half. All
I
right.
caught
All right. Three pitches?
caught the radio pregame coming in,
Mhm.
and they were talking about how Steele was not back to 100% yet for that game in Japan
Really?
after the flu, even though he'd thrown a Cactus League game in between there.
Mhm.
But I guess the flu he had was really nasty. Obviously, Mookie Betts flu.
Right.
What is
It's
going
crazy.
on?
Did you
150,
see him
he's
in his
155 pounds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it wasn't just like your body doesn't recover from that in 2 days, 3 days,
No.
and even not a week or 2 weeks.
Wonder what
I mean, Betts has
strain of
lost over 20 pounds.
wonder what like strain of the flu that it was.
I don't
You
know.
think it was just
But
a
I'm just gonna
regular
get-
old stomach
Did
flu?
they
It
not? Did
feels
they
like-
not have the flu shot, or was it just this is a
Popped
real
up.
nasty
There
strain
we
that
go.
didn't get
Nicely
covered?
done. Nicely done.
It's a very nice pitch there.
Nicely done. All right, we are 1 out away to glory, my friends. 1 out away to glory. No run first inning. My favorite bet during the baseball season.
It's also fun too. My other favorite part about opening
fucking
day
Josh Naylor's up.
is seeing all the new lineups. I totally forgot Josh Naylor is on the Diamondbacks now. They have a really good lineup. That is a really
Good
lineup.
pitching staff.
Yeah. All right, good start. Good start.
What's his name goes to Tommy John, and it's like, oh well,
Oh yeah,
right? What am I thinking? What's
the
his name?
lefty. Yeah.
Oh,
from the-
Montgomery.
Yeah,
Montgomery. Yeah.
Montgomery. Good thing the Cubs didn't make that signing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I wanted them to.
Yeah. Oh.
That's it pretty good.
PCA.
No.
No. Oh, my
So
God.
close, Cody.
A bloop single? Are you
And the
kidding
money
me?
stolen out of your hands.
See, from the look of that swing, it looked like he got much harder contact.
Yeah.
On it, but my
No.
You got
End
the
of the
end of the
bat.
bat.
yeah, he hit the
Got the end of the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, they were playing him pretty
Oh,
deep.
it's just a bloop single. Oh. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Well,
Anyway,
Some contact here for Steele in this inning.
the thing is that Steele was 65% on Nerfies this last season. Gallen was worse. So, of course, it goes opposite. Anyway, we're moving on. We're moving on. It's 1-0.
The season's not over.
No, the season's not over. I'm currently annoyed about losing that bet in that fashion, man.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Ian Happ looked like he was playing pretty far back and a little bit over, and
They were definitely playing back, and they should with Naylor up at the plate. This ballpark, it gives me a lot of like Coors Field vibes, man. It just chaos is always happening.
you went
here.
last year, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
This ball, like, it's not exactly like Coors Field, obviously, but it's so big. Like I don't know how to, like the outfield's deep.
The gaps are crazy big.
Yeah.
Well,
I see that they're wearing the blue alternates with the gray pants, and, I wish they'd bring those back to Wrigley. And it looks like they're not going to since they're playing with them on the road. Why did I decide to bring that up now? I don't know. It was all random thought in my head.
Yeah, I don't mind. I've never been a big uniform, wear one here, there, the other. I like them. I like the blues. If they want to wear them at home, that's fine. I like the pinstripes at home, too.
All right.
Did you guys ever, I'm sure you went over it numerous times, but I guess when it comes to this Cubs pitching staff for this season, it seems like the general feeling among the national audience and other teams is that regression could happen, and the Cubs didn't really do anything in the offseason to raise the ceiling of the pitching staff. Are you guys concerned about that? Because I am a little bit. I think Shota and Steele are great, and I think Tyone is a good pitcher. But I am a little concerned about some regression here.
They definitely raised the floor.
Nice play by Shota.
Yes.
To end the inning.
They definitely raised the floor of the pitching staff. The only way they raised the ceiling of the pitching staff in reality is Boyd versus Hendricks.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's a big upgrade there. Yeah.
And then assuming or hoping or wishing that the young guys will all incrementally be better because it's their second/third, whatever it might be, time around, right? Like just natural progression of guys they believe in. Right? So they think Ben Brown will be more than he was last year. They think Cade Horton will be closer when he gets here to being part of it. They think Wicks will be just as good when he comes back up and is a piece of it. So I guess that they're counting on their young guys taking the next step. Porter Hodge, Luke Little, yada, yada, yada. But I would agree that on paper, it's not a massive ceiling change. Yeah. They kind of changed the floor more than they changed the ceiling.
I do tend to agree with you. Like, I do love that Ben Brown's in the rotation.
I do too.
Right? I think Cade Horton, if he's healthy, he'll be on the team. Wicks, I think if he's healthy, he can get back to what we saw in 23 in the second half. And Boyd was awesome in his exhibition against one of the Japan teams. I think the thing with Boyd is just like he's got to be healthy. They have to get 100 to 120 innings out of him.
I'm just concerned that,
like, I think he's good. I don't think he's like an ace or anything, but I think he can fill in the Kyle Hendricks role. He just has to stay on the field.
I think he can be better. Yeah. I think just with where Hendricks was last season, I'm just really concerned. Not really concerned because I that's too far. But I think a lot of people, because the Cubs didn't make the playoffs last year and just doing a general look around the league or listening to national shows or local shows, I think a lot of people overlooked how damn impressive Shota was last year. Mm-hmm. And the odds of him repeating that and carrying your pitching staff again, especially when Steele was out for the first month and a half, I mean, the odds of something like that happening again still concern me. I don't know if I'm too concerned about it, but that's... Yeah. The Ben Brown ceiling is really exciting. I think he can really be something special, a 5-pitch pitcher with serious velocity and a serious cutter and a serious 12-6 curveball. I mean, I think that can take them to new heights. I hope that comes to fruition. I really do. I'm a big Ben Brown fan this season.
The other place they think their pitching staff, specifically the rotation, will be better this year is the help of the bullpen. They think the bullpen will be so much better this year that you'll be able to put your starters in the best situations instead of trying to drag it out and get one more time through. How many times last year did I complain about how long they left Kyle Hendricks in games?
You did, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And it drove me crazy. But in their defense, they didn't have a ton of options in the bullpen that could come in and do it. So if your bullpen's better, you can start to make your starters look a little bit better. Now, I'm still agreeing with you, and I think they are too. Hoyer talked about it. They tried to make incremental improvements anywhere they could. The only place on their team where we know that they made a massive improvement, right, is Tucker. Mm-hmm. That's a more than incremental improvement, most likely. Even though Cody Bellinger wasn't a bad player. But
but like when you look at the draft.
Everywhere else, you're just hoping for incremental improvement, and that it hopes that maybe the Brewers take a step back and you take a few steps forward and you're healthier and the bullpen doesn't blow 26 saves.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I couldn't give the offseason an A.
Yeah, I gave it more of like a B.
I mean, they swung and missed on too many big-name players that they were right there for. Like, I would feel a lot better if I like Matt Shaw. I do, and I think he's going to be a good player. But he's a rookie. Every rookie goes through ups and downs. I think in a win all year, it's going to be hard to have those ups and downs when you really need him to have way more ups than downs, and Alex Bregman would have completely blocked that out. So that's neither here nor there, but I agree with you, Luke. I think that the only upgrade was Tucker significantly, and then it's a bunch of gambles. It's a bunch of gambles in that bullpen. We'll see how Nate Pearson does. I have high hopes, but who knows?
Two things, not to cut you off. Two things.
No,
First off, PCA just walked, which means he's on first base with less than 2 outs, so I'm ready to watch him run. Number two, Vince in the chat said he's asking for a shout-out for his friend Ted, and I don't want to say his last name wrong because that is a...
Leokopoulos.
There you go.
Poulos.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. He said he sadly passed away earlier this week. He was hoping to watch opening day with, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, Vince.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. But thanks for hanging out with us. I'm sure your friend is upstairs watching with you.
There goes Pete.
Look at that man go. Oh my God. Do not do the splits, brother.
That he was that
He almost fell for it.
Yeah.
that throw was nowhere close to getting him. He beat that by a mile, and that jump
That's
wasn't
one
even,
stolen base.
he didn't even get that great of a jump there. And
We're on. I have PCA over 29.5 stolen bases, so only 29 more to go.
Was that his prop, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy money, man. If he stays
Look
healthy,
at
that's
he
easy
falls
money.
for this hook, line, and sinker, by the way. What? Oh.
I think Pete will steal close to 40, 50 bases this year if he's healthy. I do think he's that talented. And I love how you, Luke, I love how you named him in one of your podcasts as one of the key players of the season or the key to the Cubs.
Shaw?
No, PCA. Didn't
Oh,
you
yeah.
name PCA?
I think Shaw's the most important player on the team this year because the backup plan
the
isn't
Bulls
there.
just went on a – we got guys running around. I think the Bulls just won the game.
Hold on.
Chaos is happening in this office right now.
I'm looking at the replay.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Buzzer
They beat
beater for the
Lakers.
Bulls
Sweet.
over
We're
the
the ninth
Lakers.
best team in the East. Hey, get Big Dave over here.
Yeah, here. Dave, hop on the mic.
Cool
You can have
down
mine.
a little bit over there.
Just so everyone's aware, the Bulls just beat the Lakers.
Stand right here. Come on. Come on.
I'll do all that. Man, what?
What happened?
Yeah, what
You wanna
happened?
tell
Run
us?
us through.
The Bulls are back.
110. Patrick Williams hits a shot from the baseline, hits a three. LeBron, and he hits it, down two. LeBron tries to inbound it. It gets stolen. Kobe White gets it, hits a three. Bulls take the lead. 6 seconds. Lakers inbound it to Austin Reeves. Gets it, goes up. He scores. Lakers go up 1. 3 seconds left. Inbounded to Josh Giddey. Half-court three to win the game.
Oh, my God.
No.
What?
No way. Josh Giddey for 3. Wow.
What? What?
That's
What is going on? What is this team?
They're
What is going on?
they're still the ninth best team in the East.
Is
Well,
Matt,
yes. All of this is true. They are still the ninth best team in the East. Absolutely. They are a play-in team for the next few years. All of these are facts. But damn, what that was? Oh, my God. Wow. Wow.
let's
Enjoy
go.
the watch long.
I appreciate
Big
you guys
Dave
trying to
doesn't like
keep
the
it quiet
water
over there, but
apparently.
hey,
He doesn't.
don't feel free to just let it rip on a buzzer beater, man. That's fair game. That's fair game.
I love that, man. In the
Well, listen,
span-
we got to let him be
in-
happy because it's been a long season.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still under 500. I think,
We're in
even
a
with
very
that win.
crucial moment, though. It's a 3-0 count on Amaya with 2 men on it.
Good take.
He called that a strike?
Mm.
He should be on first base right now. I swear to God, if he hits into a double play now.
Man, that's low, too. That's really low.
Robot umpires.
That's not even relatively close
PCA
to the
was
zone.
mad.
God.
Now he swings away on
Run.
his own.
Okay.
Mm.
Shaw's speed helped out there.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
moved the runners up.
so Zach Gallen is such a good pitcher here. So what he does is he recognizes that he gets that spot, immediately goes back to it, and gets him at a tap out. A little bit lower, but that is a pitcher's pitch right there. That is a savvy veteran pitch. Man, that's tough.
He's up to 36 pitches.
Amaya
That's
should
the
be
good
on
news.
first base with 1 out.
Oh,
right now.
wait a minute.
Mm.
My Call Your Cub pick is up.
I thought you took it back.
No, I didn't.
You're taking it back to take back?
No, I.
Happer.
Oh, come on, stay fair.
No, once you take it, you got it. Integrity of the game. I called my Cub, and then he struck out literally the second I called it.
I got PCA, so I got to walk on a stolen base. Maybe a run scored here. Come on, Happer. In this situation, though, it does feel good to have a guy like Ian Happ at the plate. I know I know that the discourse will start if Happ starts slow or he has
about leadoff
every year. I know it'll happen.
Yeah,
but Ian Happ has been
does end
a
up in the
great
same
leadoff
place.
hitter for the Cubs. I will die on that hill. He's a great option for them at leadoff.
Okay. We didn't get the big hit in Japan. We need to get the big hit tonight. We have 2 guys on here, second and third, and you have one of your best hitters at the plate against this caliber of a pitcher. This is the time that you get something off him early. All right.
yeah. See, this is. I do like that Happ's aware of the zone. You know.
Yeah.
Get him to 40 pitches.
He's
here.
patient. He's patient.
Worst
He works
case scenario, get him
counts.
to 40.
That's why he's in the leadoff spot, because he works counts and he's patient.
No.
Let's go. 2-1. Hitters count. Look for your pitch. Happer. Out. There's
There
a
it is.
fair.
Let's
my
go.
guy.
That's
That's
fair
my guy.
ball. Let's go.
That's my guy.
Let's go.
That's my guy.
Woo!
Call your Cub.
Luke
Great
is leading Call Your
adjustment
Cub
there.
until
Ding, ding,
Kyle
ding,
Tucker
ding,
hits a
ding,
2-run
ding.
shot right here.
Really nice adjustment there. From Happ.
108.7, the exit velo.
Recognized the off-speed pitch, yanked it right down the line. Really nice.
Boom.
Yep. Gallen wants that one back. He wants that one a couple inches lower off the plate. That's meat for Ian Happ. Nice swing of the bat. 2-out double. Yeah, more of that this year would be great. The 2-out hits.
Is everybody in the live YouTube chat subscribed?
Let's go.
Has everybody that's in there subscribed to the
Oh,
new CHGO Cup?
Tucker up the
There's
middle.
a hit for Tucker.
King Tuck.
Insurance
And a
run.
lead.
Let's go. King Tuck.
Oh, wait
first
a minute. And
RBI
Happer
season.
scores. Now I got an RBI and a run.
Yeah. 2 RBIs.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
2 RBI.
I think you got to do a point system here. Like RBI, run, hit,
Yeah, and we like to keep it.
or just keep it.
No rules so that everybody can argue.
Like this little 3 2-out runs for the Cubs here in the second.
Seiya. Well, I thought he
pitch.
did not look good at the plate in Japan when they were playing those games. You know, there were times when he would swing in a ball and just be all arms, which usually is him in a slump. Then he came back to the Cactus League, had the 2-homer game. So I'm hoping, we'll just forget about the games in Japan.
I guarantee you in June, we're going to forget about the games in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
By June, we will for sure.
Can we also just point out that we're living in a moment in time in which we watched the worst team of all time last year and the greatest lineup in the history of baseball last year and again this year in the LA Dodgers. Like, I don't think this team, the Dodgers are even better than they were last year because of their upgrades at the pitching staff, Blake Snell and Roki Sasaki. I don't think people realize, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people realize, but that Dodgers team 1 through 26 is probably the greatest team ever assembled. I mean, they're going to win 110 games. Losing to the Dodgers and being competitive, I will take, especially in a foreign country on short spring break. I think in the summertime, those will be far by the wayside.
Man, that was painted.
That's a tough strike
Really
to take,
nice.
man.
Two
That
nice
was
pitches.
painted.
You gotta fight that one off somehow. But
Great inning, though. I really like the hitting
you
approach
scored
there.
3 off Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a great inning.
That's a great inning.
Yeah.
Give me a shutdown inning. Inject it into my bloodstream.
I like Ivy's comment. He said, "What games in Japan?" We
We
don't remember those games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was all for the vibes. It wasn't for the games. They were just going to have some food and bond as a team. That Ohtani home run was such BS, man. That was
Dodger
the
fans,
most ridiculous
Dodger fans
thing.
on the internet were yelling at me and Luke both for that video that Sarah probably made it. I don't know who made it, but we put it up on Instagram. And it was 60 comments of just Dodger fans telling us to stop crying. But we weren't crying. We were saying, get the call right, bro. It was objectively not a homer.
I will say, though, I did do some extra research on that just because I was curious. And there's some rule in Japan with that stadium where if you it hit the ceiling and then it went so far. It was some rule with the distance on where the
Did
ball
the ball
was.
hit the ceiling?
The ball apparently hit the ceiling, which is an automatic home run anyways. So it didn't matter at that point where the ball was. There was some rule about it.
I didn't see the ball hit the ceiling, so okay.
I didn't either, but none of the cameras got it, but they just said it did.
I just remember I was like, is this for real right now? The fan, his forearms were over the fence, hit him in the glove.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, home run. It wasn't even close. But
It's
I guess
Ohtani,
if
yeah.
it hit the ceiling, okay, well, good
Yeah,
call.
there's
Don't let
like-
the facts get in the way of a good story.
Ever.
I see Matt from Locked On. He's in the chat. Welcome, man. Sam's about to jump in here soon.
Man.
Who else is in here? I've been trying to pay attention to the chat. It's kind of hard.
Shout out Sean. Shout out Gary. Good to see you guys again
Sean
this
Caselli
year.
is one of my favorites who's here. He has the most obscure Cubs uniforms that you will ever see.
Really?
He
He
always
has
wears
every one.
He wears a different one to every Friday 120. He comes and hangs out with us. He's got Todd Walker. Oh, fuck.
Well,
That was smoked.
There's no shutdown.
Hey, and guess who hit it?
yeah.
Eugenio Suarez.
Every
I would
time,
feel
dude.
better if I would have at least been able to hear Pat Hughes say his name first. Also, how many homers does Eugenio Suarez have off the Cubs? I swear
A
Feels like a lot.
he's killed
doesn't
the
it?
Cubs his entire
A
career,
lot.
man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I will say this too. Even in that first inning, and now with the first two pitches he threw here, Justin Steele
that's
getting a
right over
lot
the
of the
plate.
plate with that
That was
fastball.
right over the plate.
I mean, the first pitch was right there too, and that one was
That
much
wasn't-
easier to catch up to.
I don't think that was a fastball. It was only 87, but yeah.
It was right in the middle of the plate, though.
Yeah. Whatever. it
There's
was.
where you
Yeah.
want it, right there.
Yeah, that's where you want it. Randall Grichuk, another Cubs killer. The good news is solo shot.
I'm looking that up right now.
Bad news is, it's a one-run game again.
So Eugenio Suarez getting close to 300 career homers. By the way, he's been around for a little bit. Let's see how many homers he has against the Cubs. I'll take guesses while I'm looking it up. What do you guys think? I'm gonna say 25.
Homers against the Cubs?
Yeah.
I'll go 18.
Cody?
You said 18. I'll go with. It's not always homers, but I feel like it's in the 20s. I'll go with 22.
That was his 32nd home run against the
Oh,
Cubs in his
man.
career.
God,
The
that
only
guy's
other
brutally
team-
destroyed me my entire life. Then
The only other team that is relatively close is the Brewers at 23. Every
What was
other
it, 31?
that was his 32nd home run
Yeah.
against the Cubs in his career. I mean, he's up there with Albert Pujols, Matt Holliday. Who else am I missing? Andrew McCutchen, Ryan Braun. Like he's hit that echelon for sure. Just not a household name because he's kind of hopped around teams and not really been a multi-time All-Star.
And obviously, a large portion of those were when he was with the Reds, and you're playing at
Before the division change too, so more games, right?
Yeah, before the schedule change
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez, man.
Randall Grichuk. Remember 10 years ago when Cardinal fans thought that guy was better than Chris Bryant? I'm telling you, no one holds a grudge like I hold a grudge.
Who was the who did they say was the next Mike Trout in St. Louis?
Harrison Bader.
Harrison Bader.
I still
yeah.
have that screenshot too. Again,
Who is
no one holds a grudge like I
on
hold
the
a
Minnesota
grudge.
Twins now. Harrison Bader.
Good. Did he hit that? Yeah. I thought that looked like an awkward swing.
They are hyped in
We
there.
got 77 people in here right now. I mean,
They're all gonna switch over to that Bulls chat. They are hyped in there. You hear Big Dave yelling through the walls. Listen to him.
I thought they were hoping they would lose.
Big Dave. No, Big Dave won't do it. We're at 935 subs, so we're getting there.
Let's remind people though about the T-shirt deal we got going when they do subscribe.
Right. So we have a new launch of CHGO Cubs merch.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we have 4 new shirts. Okay. One of them is already available and up, and you can get it. That's because we hit 500 subs. When we get
This
to
is an old graphic.
when we get to 1,000, the next one will be revealed and instantly be available. Correct? So the first one is the Northside hot dog with the Wrigley clock.
Yeah, this is an old graphic. You said we have 2 shirts that are up right now.
Oh, 2 are up now.
Yeah, 2 are up right now.
But the second one's not available to be purchased until we hit
Over 1,000.
over 1,000.
Oh, what
And
a play
then
by Nico.
there is a deal where if you guys subscribe to CHGO Cubs YouTube channel and you screenshot subscribing to that and then DM either CHGO Sports Instagram, Twitter, and any of our socials.
Post it.
Post it. Yeah.
No DMing.
Don't DM it.
Don't
Post it.
DM it.
Please don't
post
DM
it.
Yeah.
Then you have a chance to win Friday 120.
2 tickets.
2 tickets to Friday 120 and the T-shirts as well.
2 shirts, 2 bleacher tickets, April 25th against the Phillies. Friday
Correct.
120
Yeah.
Club.
Take a screenshot, post it, tag us.
And Wednesday, I believe, next Wednesday, we will do the drawing of everybody that put themselves into that drawing. So all you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, the new CHGO Cubs YouTube channel, which is free. So all you got to do is subscribe, take a picture of yourself with it, and post it on one of our social channels and tag us.
Like Eli just did that. Eli could take a screenshot and post it, and then he
That's
has
right,
a chance to win Cubs tickets plus our Friday 120 Club Cubs
This shirt.
T-shirts.
Yeah, this one.
that Luke is
Kevin's
wearing.
holding up and I'm wearing
Kevin's
it.
holding up.
It's a cool shirt, man. Really soft too.
It's like butter.
Justin Steele's having a rough go here. He's not hitting his spots, and he's visibly frustrated. I think he's. You're right, Luke. I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't ready for the Japan game, and I don't think it's his fault. I think it's genuine conditioning and just kind of getting into the feel for the season. But
Yeah.
it's kind of a combination.
We
of
were talking about the shirt and everything. But Nico Horner had an incredible play to get the first out of the inning after the Suarez hit. So
yeah, it was nice.
the defense behind him is helping him out for sure. And yeah, he's here.
Good to see him get out of that one though.
Yeah, I'm just glad they got
Respond from the home run with 3 quick outs. Keep the
I'll
pitch
do it.
count relatively low. go take a breather, go grab some water. He did look a little frustrated there, so
Yeah,
bring him in.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, dude?
How you guys doing?
What's up, Sam?
Thanks for coming on with us.
Congrats on the new YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're gonna try and catch your 13K. It might take us a while.
Oh man, well, you guys enjoy the game so far. Look, I was, going into this game, I was looking back at Steele's like last 2 outings against Arizona, and they haven't gone well. And this team like mashes lefties and they swing a ton, and so I'm not shocked, but I'm glad we're able to take advantage of some walks and put up a crooked number. So I didn't expect to be leading when I made my appearance.
Yeah, I mean, when Amaya hit that ground ball to short after he didn't get the walk on that 3-0 count, I thank God Shaw is fast and was able to avoid
100%.
the double play. But
Yeah.
I said it here on the thing. I was like, when he didn't get the calls, like he's going to hit a ground ball to short, and this is going to be like the most frustrating thing. And for once, it didn't happen. And
Right.
Shout out to Hap for getting the big 2-out hit, which was in Japan. They were missing the big hit, and they got the big hit.
Especially in game 2. So you guys might be ahead of me on the feed because for whatever reason, when I watch Marquee, I'm always like a pitch behind. But anyways, I just got my pitch to Bush. So I have a question for Luke.
Yeah.
Because he's a more nuanced veteran at covering baseball than myself.
Just
And
say
Cody-
old. He's an old guy. That's all you have to say, Sam. That's all right.
And
You don't have to sugarcoat it. Yeah.
And Cody and I talk a decent amount.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you guys, and I'm not trying to bring the mood down. I just think it's a good conversational topic. Good eye, Mike. I'm assuming you guys saw the interview with Jed with The Athletic. Talking about hey, this team has a small margin for error. We got to outperform expectations, whatever. Luke, do you feel like after you trade for a rental star like Kyle Tucker, and then before the season, we have to continue to listen. And he's not wrong. This is a Tom thing more than a Jed thing. Don't you just think it's kind of bad optics that we have to have that come out and go, hey, we just traded. We get 1 year of this guy, most likely. We get 1 year, and we still aren't, we still have a small margin for error. We still have to have guys outperform expectations because typically in sports, as you guys know, when you trade for a guy for 1 year, you're ready. You're one piece away. You're ready to win. And so I found those comments the day before opening day not untrue, but just frustrating. I would like to hear what you think.
No, it's frustrating because they changed the narrative about this franchise when they won the World Series. That would have flown with me 15 years ago. But when you win the World Series, the entire fan base changes their expectation. And the expectation is win the division, be in the playoffs, be a realistic contender for a World Series. And the way this season feels going into it is let's be relevant again. That's how it feels like. Let's just be relevant again. And I think Cam Smith making the Astros, you could put $1 in the jar for saying his name. Cam Smith making the Astros only makes it more frustrating. It only makes it more uneasy for Cubs fans, right? I understand 2 things can be true. The owner cannot be spending the amount of money that the fan base wants him to. But also the same thing that can be true, the second thing that can be true is that they're not spending his money correctly. Jed hasn't spent the money correctly in years. So both things are true. Jed hasn't done a great job spending the money because it's still way more than anybody in the division. Yet when you see them against the Dodgers or other teams that have really spent money, or you just look at rosters, you're not even in the same stratosphere. They don't even have a $200 million player yet. That doesn't mean they can't win because it's baseball, but you're putting the odds against yourself. I feel like when you won the World Series, we shouldn't be sitting here as a fan base talking about incremental improvements and every player needing to exceed projections to be a real team. They should be one of the top 3-4 teams in baseball because that's where the money is.
Right. No.
So that's why it's frustrating, and I get it.
And it's the two things could be true thing, because it's like if Tom were on, he'd say, well, we have a lot more assets and spend a lot more than the Central,
Yeah.
So I agree. I just think it's just so funny, and funny's totally the wrong word, because I went back, I watched all of our reactions to when they traded Tucker, and like everyone had the same feeling, like super excited, of course. And then the next thing was like, oh, this means they're really going to make some moves now too. Like we're in win now mode. Let's go for it. And then I was like, okay, Colin Ray and Ryan Stressley as we've now nicknamed him, and whatever. But anyways, nice swing there from Nico. I'd love to see him just stay right there.
Yeah, I think this is
get over his head. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I ahead of you guys? I'm so sorry.
You're ahead.
I'm ahead. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were talking about the Nico at bat, and I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I guess we're going to see something crazy here.
No, it's not. I blew it for everybody. It's my fault, and it's not even good. So it just felt great. You'll see it looks great off the bat.
Oh.
It looked great off the bat.
I don't blame you for reacting the way you did, man.
To the warning track.
Swing of the bat.
Warning track, Kings stay undefeated.
I swear, if we had $1 for every time the Cubs hit it to the warning track last year, we could have given Kyle Tucker a new contract.
Yeah. Make the warning track Kings for the swear jar, or for the swear jar for warning track Kings, and any mention of Sam Smith.
Oh man, that really was a great swing.
What I was going to say though is the discourse related to Jed, Tom, and like the roster construction, how we're doing this. It is like two things can be true, and I do think that there is fault on Jed, even though I thought Jed had a better offseason this offseason compared to last. He also did as well as he could have given the budget. So it's and the whole thing about like Bregman was a special type of player that they would have gone over, but you're still $30 million below the first year tax. It doesn't necessarily make sense. And so, like, when you see the news that they're DFAing Cody Petit today, it's frustrating. Not that I had any high hopes for Cody Petit. We all knew it was a salary dump. We all knew it was. And before they even traded for Kyle Tucker, we knew they were going to trade Bellinger, and we knew it was going to be a salary dump because he had no trade value, making $27.5 million.
Yeah, they wanted him to opt out.
They wanted him to opt out because they wanted to play PCA in center. And they either wanted to play Seiya and right, or they were going to give Alcantara an opportunity or Casey an opportunity. We all knew that that's what they wanted to do, but because he opted in, they end up moving to the Yankees, and this is where we're at.
That was the end of the season press conference. Remember, I said it sure sounds like Jed's trying to convince Cody Bellinger to leave.
Yeah. They wanted him to leave. I mean, no question. I wonder with the Kyle Tucker signing, and Sam, nice to meet you, by the way. I don't know if we've met. Nice to meet you.
We've never met.
Yeah. I wanted to get your take on this too. With the Kyle Tucker trade and it being technically a rental right now, it's looking like it's going to be a rental. We don't know. Do you think it's like an ego thing too with Jed in the front office and how well that they have drafted over the last couple of years? Like, hey, we just drafted a guy last year and flipped him for Kyle Tucker. Let's continue to do that. Maybe Tom's on the phone or in these meetings like, well, you guys just have to do your jobs better. I'm giving you plenty of money. I'm not going to give you Dodger money. But if you draft better and you can make these trades, we'll be a good team. But I'm just going to make your job harder. I'm going to make you earn your paycheck kind of thing. That was the other side of it that I was thinking about a lot this offseason. And I don't know if you guys agree or not.
No, I mean, I think that's an interesting take. I think that's fair. My guess would be I don't think Jed thought Cam Smith would look like this in spring.
Would he even be on the Cubs right now, though? That's the thing, too. Is this an order?
He would.
Exactly. And look,
going back to what Cody was saying, though, and there's always these takes, obviously, in the shows that we do, you're going to have takes that age well and age poorly. And, I have my fair share of the latter. And when Bellinger got traded, yes, it was a salary dump in theory, but I thought they were going to use these new assets to go get somebody. And I guess you could say they tried. They offered Tanner Scott. I'm not even going to count the Bregman thing. They weren't even close to getting him. So it was the combination of because Bellinger had no place on the team. I was fine with them dealing him. I wasn't expecting a big return. I was excited. Hey, with this newfound cash, how are we going to improve this team? And again, and I'm not trying to bash Colin Ray. That was the next move. And then it was, hey, you know what? There's ex reliever free agency, David Roberts, whatever. No, let's trade Ryan Presley because if we trade for him, we can knock his price down even a tad more, and et cetera. So that was the frustration with that deal. But it gets tiresome, and we just watch the game. You win a game today, and everyone feels a little bit better.
Sam, it's not even that we thought they were going to take all of the Bellinger money, or hoped that they were going to take all the Bellinger money and spend it. Mm-hmm. Tom Ricketts told us that. He said that 100%. He said it in interviews all during Cubs convention. He's like, well, it's not a salary dump. We're going to take that money and use it in other ways. Mm-hmm. But they didn't. Mm-hmm. They used it in other ways to hold on to it.
Which makes it even more confusing. Like, when he says that he expected them to be near the first tier luxury tax, and then you're $30 million below on opening day, it's like, well, mm-hmm. why are you lying to us?
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. But that's not to say that they won't make a deal. Trades are rare in baseball right now. Like early on in the year, they happen. They're really rare.
It's got to be good enough though by the deadline in order to do it.
Correct. Yeah. So
I tweeted something today about maybe they could do something early in the season, not in April, but more like in May, kind of like how the Padres did for Luis Arias last year. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And listen, I don't know how much money Luis Arias made last year, but whatever they do isn't going to cover that $30 million. But that the one pro of this scenario is that there is flexibility that they could add some pieces and still be below the first tax, which based off how we have to view things, we have to care about that. And that's incredibly frustrating as a fan.
Well, the offseason was a dream come true for Tom. He got a star player, which brought more interest to the team and saved money doing it.
Yeah. I've heard Tom Waddle. Sorry, Tom Waddle has said it a bunch on ESPN 1000, and he's 100% right about this too. You can't be top 3 in money coming in as a franchise, and then not even top 10 in spending this year. Mm-hmm. That doesn't add up to fair for the fan base.
0.
Oh God!
Nice stretch by Bush.
Play. That was nice.
Very nice.
That's everything, guys. For Steele, but took everything in me not to say anything there. Everything. You have no idea. So every now and then I'll do these watch-alongs, and I'm always behind. So it must just be when you're actually just streaming it. That's probably what it is. And everybody. Everybody, we're good. Everything's good. We're all good. Everyone always gives stuff away to me in the chat. And it just drives me insane. So I'm really trying to be respectful of it.
I got some shades of John Lester on that throw there.
That really was.
Jeez. Yeah. Good play by Bush.
We should have just thrown the glove over there. All right. Ground ball. Okay. Yeah. Routine. We got it done. All right.
Feels like he settled down there that inning a little bit.
On Sam's feed, the Cubs are up 6-2.
He seems really frustrated tonight.
Yeah.
His body language is off. But anyways,
what do you? Were you pro for the long hair? Or are you glad that he cut it?
Thrilled.
Same.
Yeah, it looks good.
That's what we all said.
Too. Yeah.
Thrilled that he got a haircut.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure his wife is happy too.
Right, he shaved too.
Yeah, he cleaned up.
Yeah, it's a better look. Steele will be fine. This is going to Japan, facing that Dodger lineup, and then this Diamondback team. He'll be fine once he gets back home. Wind blowing in, he'll have some good starts. He's on my concern list. He's at the far bottom. The top of my concern list is what we've just been speaking about.
So. I think that's a lot of people. So
yeah.
That said, I still think I don't disagree with anything we've been saying. I can see why fans are frustrated. I can see why Tom looks at his general manager and says, well, I'm giving you more. I get that too. But I still think they win the division this year. I really do.
Love it.
I still think they win the division. But what that means and for the moving forward, it's not a guarantee. You got to make up 10 games on the Brewers.
Yeah.
Are they going to fall back that far? Are you going to leap forward that far? I bet you if they this is just my guess. I think they win the division, but if they win it, it'll be by 2 games or less. They're not running away with this division.
No.
Right. No, they're not going to run away with it. The good thing is you do know there's 2 teams that you can put bye weeks on right now. The Cardinals and the Pirates aren't trying. The Pirates are straight up not trying.
Well, and if you get into a race here that's close at the end, you are the team that can afford, because that money's there, to go out and get Alcantara, Cease, whoever you think you want to pay the money for in the trade. You're the team that can do that.
I think the Pirates are trying. It's just that they're not spending money. Like they're a team that you can't sleep
Did
on.
they sign a player this offseason? I don't even think
they did more than the Cardinals did. It wasn't anything significant, but when you look at that starting rotation, they can hang around. That's all I'm saying. They would definitely be a lot more scary if they had some bats. Cardinals, yeah, I think they would be selling assets.
I like the way the Pirates are developing pitching, but Jared Jones going to miss 2 months, maybe more. I think the Brewers, you're not running away with this division. I think the Brewers are still solid. I tend to agree, though. The way this Cubs team on paper already, I feel so much more confident in the third base position. I feel so much more confident in Pete Crow-Armstrong in his second year. I feel as though those 2 guys are enough to make me feel better and give you maybe squeak out a couple more wins than last season. Just that's not any science behind that. That's just general. I feel way more confident about those 2 players as ball players than I did as Nick Madrigal as your opening day third baseman last year.
No, for sure.
They just add a different element to your team. I mean, Pete gets on first base, he's on second the next pitch. I mean, he's in scoring position, he scores. Like, that's going to add a lot of runs to this to the total output of the offense this year. I mean, it's going to change a lot. So
Sam, you're ahead, so obviously don't spoil it, but we have a 3-2 count here. We have a 3-2 count here for Matt Shaw, who has already walked. We haven't talked about it, but like Sam spoiled the PCA moment, but PCA walked. He walked in the first.
I wish I spoiled it.
He walked in the first play appearance. Then he hit the nuke, and then I was hoping that this was going to lead to something good, but
that was
out there. But
that was an impossible pitch.
Yeah, that was a great pitch, just perfectly located. But I do like to see that 2 of the guys at the bottom of the lineup have walked today, and PCA hit the ball hard in his last at bat. So I think from your young guys, there's a lot of good to take away from the games so far.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely, PCA 2 competitive at bats, Shaw 2 competitive at bats. I'll tell you, you guys kick me off whenever because I know I'm sure you got a lot of guests. But I watched the opening day games today, like with the NL Central, and it was so unhealthy, like how into it I was, because I just wanted some good vibes. It's like when Devin Williams came in against the Brewers and they were spitting on all his changeups again. Like it was against the Mets. And I'm like, are they actually going to come back and win this? And we're going to be 0-2. And it was just, I really just needed to just exhale a little bit. And I agree though. It's not that good of a division.
I was watching that game too. And the broadcast was talking about how he was tipping pitches back against the Mets in the playoffs. And like, was questioning if like that was happening again. And he's
some guy never heard of hit a homer for them. Like,
yeah.
It's just,
doesn't make any sense.
By the way, you guys will know that you probably will know the year because I'm not good at this. Every time I watch a game in Arizona, one of my favorite opening day moments of all time was being in Arizona when Big Z got thrown out of the game and gave the umpire that you can't see and you need glasses as he was going off the mound. It was it's probably my favorite Carlos Zambrano mound.
Can I not
opening day he got tossed out. It was probably like,
was that 2005?
5 or 6.
Yeah, Marquis tweeted that video today.
And it's hilarious. He goes off the mound, and as he's leaving the game, he gives the umpire, you need glasses, and they throw him out.
Apparently, Craig Counsell led off the game
that sounds right.
For the Diamondbacks in that game. That's why Marquis tweeted the video.
Next
this is other news that I forgot about. Yeah,
that's great.
He'll be the next guy. He'll probably next year will be inducted to the Hall of Fame at CubsCon.
Yeah, he's my only argument. I prefer the DH, but like Zambrano is my one argument for wanting pitchers to hit.
Yeah,
because I can't think of anything I wanted to watch more back in the day than Zambrano just take these aggressive hacks at the plate, trying to hit one as far as he could. Watching him take batting practice was a lot of fun.
He was
Watching
just so
him-
entertaining, man.
Watching him strike out was a ton of fun too because he snapped the bat over his knee.
Well, that
Yeah.
was terrifying. That was,
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Like holy shit, man! Right over the knee, a wood bat.
There's a reason
he was
he's
entertaining.
Like,
That's
there's a reason he's
crazy.
one of my all-time favorite Cubs.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was fun.
All right, so Hap, can you just hit a solo shot here in the second? 2-2 count against Galliari. He's a double off him.
Careful what you wish for, Cody.
Oh, Happer.
Did I call it?
Go!
Oh my God! I fucking called it. Let's go.
Cancel the season. I called it your Cub.
Ian Happ with another home run on opening day. He's done that a couple times.
I want to say this. I should get an Academy Award
Yeah.
on
Very
opening
Well
day.
done, Sam.
Having,
Well done.
having to withhold my emotions.
See, you did good. Sarah blew it for me. I saw her changing the score graphic on here.
Oh
wait a minute.
shit! I didn't even notice. I was just watching the game.
She went into
Immediately off the
Photoshop.
bat, I'm like, of course, that's going to hit the top of the wall. I got to get mentally right. I got to get mentally right. I need a win to get positive again. That's two beautiful swings for me in today.
Yeah, that's a really nice swing of the bat.
You know what's interesting, guys, is like, Justin, obviously, it's been 6-7 innings of baseball, not off to the best start. I love when like people can see like, they have a really, really good pitcher pitching today. He doesn't look himself either.
Mhm.
Like these things happen in the beginning of the season. Like this is just how it goes. And so it's like, because if the Cubs, hopefully the Cubs hold on, but if they don't, we have both got to do shows. Okay, second segment, talk about Justin Steele struggling, and it's like, well, maybe he's just not right yet, and he'll get there.
Mhm.
Good eye.
Yeah.
And knowing the level and the high, the stature these guys hold themselves to, how frustrating it has to be to not feel like yourself. Even if it is their first start, like these guys they're battling every night. They know how good they can be, and when they're missing their spots, giving up huge home runs, they're pissed off too, So
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Scooble gave up
yeah,
4 runs against the Dodgers, 6 hits.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Tommy
Dodgers,
Edman,
he wasn't
man.
great.
Yeah.
And he's my Cy Young pick. So
Oh, I did. Did you guys do award picks? I didn't see that.
yeah, I mean
wonder-
they're never right. So
I wonder what mine would be.
I parlayed the Cy Young winners this year. I'm going Yamamoto NL, and then I went
that pick.
who did I go in the AL? I'd have to look now.
Probably gonna go with
Mariners.
Ohtani for
Logan
MVP.
Gilbert. Oh, yeah, take the 2 favorites, Ohtani and
Judge.
Bobby
Judge.
Witt.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say because Judge, it's going to be tough, man. I mean, the only protection he's got in that lineup is Bellinger.
Yeah.
what's your win total pick for the Cubs?
So originally it was 88.
Yeah.
And then because we did this thing at Locked On where we did like a whole division preview, and I did 88, and then I just got real excited the day before Japan, and so I bumped it to 90 because I'm tired of I'm always, people call me a pessimist all the time, which is true. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with 90. And so I guess my final one was 90 and 72.
That's where I was going to go. And Cody did go 90 and
I did.
72.
Nice.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
But I don't know if you believe in the universe or not, Sam, but I pulled into Cubs convention.
Got to tell the story.
Here's how I made my pick this year. I went to Cubs convention. When I pulled in my car, I looked down at the mileage when I parked the car, and it was at 77,777. I was like, well, that's weird, right? Then I walk into Cubs convention. The first thing I see is somebody walking around in a 77 Shaw jersey. I told Cody right then, I said, whatever they're winning this year, it's going to end with a 7. Then we start this YouTube channel thing yesterday, and I'm the 7th subscriber. I said, listen, I want to pick 90, but they're not winning 97 games. And I hope they're not winning 77 games, so I'll go with 87.
Okay.
So if I'm wrong, the universe is wrong.
That's what Matt had on our show was 87.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I tend to agree. I think it'll be 87, 88 wins. I think they'll be just shy of 90. And that's only because I love the pitching staff. Or I should say I like the pitching staff. I don't love it. I really wish they would have added one more guy to it. I think that injury might play a role there. Just one more guy is really what I wanted. Just then I would have been. I would have shut up about Bregman. I wouldn't have said a thing. I just wanted
and
a
it didn't
power
even have to
pitching
be.
ace.
It could have just been in that like Eovaldi tier.
Yeah, I would have been fine with it. Yep.
You
Agreed.
know, Mania, one of those guys. But we don't have the funds for that. So. Suzuki just missed that ball, man. That was not a good pitch from Gallen again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Suzuki
missed
was
that
up.
ball.
Look how far ahead he is. No, I'm kidding.
No, you guys saw that. You guys saw that. I just missed that. I was thinking about calling one too. Just missed that. I got to tell you guys, if you were to tell me what lead I need going into the 8th to feel comfortable with the way Presley and Hodge have looked in the spring, it's more than 2. I'll tell you that.
Oh boy.
Well, the good thing
we can't deal with that again this year.
Gallen's pitch count is about 85. He's probably done. So
no, the at bats have been really good. I mean, really good at bats. Hap, Tucker. Say that wasn't a good at bat, but he got pitches to hit. Dansby lined out. I mean, they look locked in on offense tonight and are getting some help, obviously. So
it's good to see the offense get going since it was dead in Japan.
Yeah, well, I think they've matched their run total in Japan.
Yeah.
Sam, when did you guys start Locked On, and what made you start it?
We started it. We didn't start it. We got it in July of 22. Okay. Matt and I had our own podcast that we started in 2020 that was all Chicago sports related. Mm-hmm. And so Matt and I got into it. His cousin is my best friend, so we hung out that way. And Matt was very the way our show is designed. It's Matt is like you, Luke, and I'm more like Cody. Okay. Matt's very he's polished. He understands the industry, and he kind of quarterbacks the show. And he always wanted to really start a podcast because he worked in journalism, he worked for teams, whatever. And long story short, we vibed, we became friends, and he was like, "Hey, you'd be a great guy to start a podcast with." We did, and then he saw that Locked On, the network had an opening for the Cubs show, so we tried out for it, etc. Got it, and that's kind of how that happened.
Cool.
Yeah.
I always like to hear how different people get into different things, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a different path to where they're going.
I was the guy that was always I feel like I could do this, and he was the guy that was like, all right, let's do it then. Stop talking about it, And so I give him a lot of credit for that. And yeah, man, it's been fun. I mean, you guys all know how it goes. It's been fun. I wish I took it a little bit less seriously. And I don't mean the podcasting. I mean the Cubs.
Yeah.
I just wish it didn't encompass my life this much. It's my whole weekend. This whole weekend is built around this team. And as a 31-year-old single male, it's just not. It's just not the best way to go about it. But this is who I am. So what can you do?
Well, as a 33-year-old taken male, they learn to deal with it.
Right.
That's my advice.
No, listen. My advice to both of you is it doesn't matter when you find the right person. My wife doesn't watch sports at all.
Well, I was going to say, Sam,
sports.
You could find a 31-year-old woman that's obsessed with the Cubs. I mean, there's plenty of women that go to the games.
No, sorry. What's the name?
Sorry,
of the
I'm Sarah. I'm the producer.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Yeah, you'd think, Sarah. For me, and I you're right. There's plenty. But for whatever reason, when I'm at the game, nobody really talks to me. So, guys, have we ever gotten out Gabriel Moreno ever? Has he ever made an out? And now here's Eugenio Suarez
again. Yeah.
I don't know if you're ahead yet or not, but it's probably 4-4.
Sam, I asked these guys this earlier. Give me your best guess. How many home runs has Eugenio Suarez hit against the Cubs in his career?
First of all, I appreciate you getting off my single social life thing. It was a nice segue.
We can get back to that if you want. I'm happy to.
How many home runs? That's a great question. Let me think.
Nice catch. Double them up.
Let me think. Boy, all right. I got to think about how many times has he faced the Cubs. I don't want to answer something that makes me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. So can I ask
Luke? We're pretty far off, so it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guessed 18, and I was low.
Yeah,
I think I was going to say 30 on the dot.
You're closer. It's 32 after tonight.
32 homers.
Because you got to remember too, when he was with the Reds before the division changed, and you played the Reds 18 times a year. That's why the Brewers are second in line. I think they were at 23. No other team is close. He clobbers the Cubs and Brewers. Always has. And he clobbered that first home run, hit it 400 plus. I mean, that was a bomb.
Ugh.
Bomb.
Randall Grichuk, Cubs killer.
Man, these guys are just teeing off right now.
I forget
teeing
who I.
off. This
Yeah,
might be a Brad Keller game.
I mean, they are attacking. They are not taking pitches. They are swinging early and often.
This is a huge spot in the game now, and I got to figure out how to watch this and not ruin it for the people that you have watching. I mean, this is, and that's a strike.
Oh well, we're about to we're robot umpires. Robot umpires.
Oh,
I can't
man,
remember
really
who I
how bad
heard.
it
Somebody was picking Diamondbacks to win the World Series this year. I mean,
a lot of
know
people
they're
like
good
this
team.
team.
I just don't know how you get past the Dodgers. I really don't. I know it's baseball, but
Yeah,
I don't know how you get past the Braves either, man. The Braves are so good.
Yeah.
I heard what you said. Like, I think it was like a week ago, Luke. It might have been after the Japan series. You made a really good point. It was like kind of getting tired of hearing about the. All right, well, like you never know what can happen in a playoff series. It's like, yes, that's true, but like the odds are really starting to extend themselves. It's like it's no different than if I go to Rivers Casino tonight, and play a certain. I could absolutely win, and I also could, come home and beg to sleep on one of your couches. I mean, it's. I'm getting a little tired of that narrative. I don't want to live around that narrative anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe we'll get lucky in October.
And you shouldn't have to being the Chicago Cubs.
Right.
Like, I understand that there's a gap between the Dodgers and the Cubs, but it shouldn't feel like the Grand Canyon.
Right.
That's what bugs me. And I know it's that way for a lot of teams, but again, you're the Cubs.
Yeah.
The Dodgers, and I know they spent the Ohtani money, and I know the Yamamoto contract is massive, but when you think about the trade they made to get Mookie Betts, the signing of Freddie Freeman, both,
what are you guys trying to do to me?
Both
here?
very reasonable deals. No, I'm trying to point out the fact
we're
that
in the middle of a jam, and now we got to talk about all these star Dodger guys.
the Cubs can do that.
Let's pull a marquee and start talking about pizza.
Let's talk about your dating life, Sam.
All right, here we go.
Well, the strikeout of McCarthy was good. The strikeout of McCarthy was good.
Yeah.
He was dotting the outside edge there.
This is huge right here. We get out of this inning, I'm feeling great.
Yeah. Yep.
How about a nice just two hopper to short would be wonderful.
With the bottom of the lineup, this is Perdomo, who, for being the 9-hitter, pretty solid. But
yeah, this is a really good team. Like Luke was saying, like the World Series is a bit crazy, but I'd be really surprised if they didn't make the playoffs. Really good team.
Yeah,
really
they're,
deep.
They're stacked.
Good bullpen. They got a nasty closer.
Mm-hmm. All right. 1-1.
Nice pitch there.
1-1. Sam, I will say Brennan's jumping on the 5th inning. So if we get out of the 4th and they don't give up any runs, then we'll allow you to come back.
Okay. Well, this is a big AB right here. What was the score when I came on? It was 3-1, so I'm even right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll this is a boy. I get you guys out of this jam. I'll take it.
Yeah. 2-1 down the count here.
I mean, if Steele leaves with only giving up 2 runs, even though he's been
wonderful,
very nice,
you would absolutely take it, knowing he doesn't really have his best stuff.
And especially even the outs. I mean, the ball's just been crushed.
Yeah. 2-2 count here. You got Marte on deck, so you don't want to walk him. Even though there's a base open, you don't want to walk him.
Uh-oh.
I saw a sigh.
Sorry.
Great. Oh, don't. That's just he's just fast.
Wow, he took off there. Jeez.
Just buzzard's luck.
That's frustrating, yeah.
Master Boney makes that play.
Man, now it's back to the top with Marte. This is.
I feel like that's as good of a play as Shaw could have made.
Yeah, there's no play at home.
There was a high chopper and he's fast. I don't know what his sprint speed is, but
I thought when Sam sighed that he was going to throw it away.
Yeah.
So that all right.
I actually sighed way before the throw because I just knew we weren't going to get him. And I was just like, come on, this is what's going to happen. But I guess it evens out because they've hit some balls right at people too. So
yeah.
let's get out of this with the lead. No, Shaw did everything.
The special Tommy Hotovy mound visit, it does wonders. We just get Marte here. You score some more runs or something.
Oh, man. Yeah, just not sharp yet from Justin. It'll get there though. It'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's also not the best lineup to be facing when you're trying to find your stuff.
Yeah.
These games in Arizona have been so wild the last 2 years. Last year we had 2 crazy ones, 2 extra innings. The year before was that ridiculous Bellinger got hit in the hand. They called it an out.
Yeah.
At extras, that walk-off was awful.
Yep, I was there to live it in person. It was absolutely brutal.
You were at that game?
Arizona.
I was at the game, yeah. I wanted to, go run out into the desert and just stay there.
Get bit by a snake.
Just
find the most poisonous snake I can.
Nicely done. Yeah, the Tommy Hotovy mound visit works again. Let's go.
All right. -1 for me.
That's all right. We'll still let you come back since they didn't give away the lead, man.
We'll still let you come back. Come on.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Hey, you got to come out to Friday home game with me and Bragg sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
I go.
Luke sometimes.
Yeah, I went like
remember, I got really
sunburned that one year or that one
game. You know how hard that is on an old man's back to sit in those bleachers? I went.
You brought Do-Right donuts, though.
I handed out Do-Right donuts in the bleachers.
I like when Luke comes.
Good guy, Luke.
Thank you.
Anyway, you're going to have to come out.
That would be nice, Sam.
Yeah, count me in. I'll just give me a date. I'll, get Friday for me, still a little office work day during the day, and Cubs are usually on the computer. But anytime. Bragg's, it was nice meeting him at CubsCon. It's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Guys, you think we got a tough job. Try covering that team.
He's got bionic knees.
Thanks to the Brewers escalators.
All right, boys. Good luck.
Man.
Get us a win, okay?
Nice meeting you, man. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good show.
See you, man.
You too.
He's on lockdown.
Yeah.
So now Brendan's ready to roll?
He's here.
Oh, boy.
He's here. So we're replacing
all the smart guys joining us at one time.
Yeah.
Don't sound so excited.
I'm going to take off here in an inning so you can have the chair.
When you see me coming in, Luke? What is up with that?
No. I said all the smart guys are coming in at one time.
All right, I'm leaving.
No. I saw this sigh. I heard, I think it was Sarah saying, oh, Brendan's on.
That was just a little bit of indigestion.
No, I was very excited. Look at his hair.
Thank you.
Look at this hair.
Look at the hair.
It always looks so good.
Thank you. I got a center.
The pitch doctor joins us.
I think
you're mute.
Now he's muted himself.
Are we good?
Good God. The mic's broken.
Is your mic okay?
Oh, boy.
Preseason for Brendan still.
I think so.
There you go.
There he is. He's there.
He's there.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, pitch doctor. Give the people what they want.
I got to say. Hold on, though. I got to say. Classic mistake. When you guys were talking about Sam getting out of the fourth inning with no runs, way too early. Come on. That's a rookie mistake. You don't talk about getting out of the inning until you're out of the inning.
You think we jinxed him?
That'd be on me.
It was kind of your fault, Cody. I'm not going to say anything, but Sam kind of like fell into it too. He was all about it. So.
All right. Well, I'll hand up. I shouldn't have done that. I won't do that to you.
All right, pitch doctor. Tell us what you think. Are you concerned about Justin Steele's first 2 starts of the season and end of the spring?
What would make you concerned? Let's say you had not watched Steele for the last 2 games. What would make you concerned if you said he was giving up runs? Like what specifically would?
Well, the ball has been hit hard. I'm not concerned because I know that there are periods where he fights through it and just gives you the best that he can. I also know that the guy had the flu so bad that he skipped a rotation. I don't know if it's the same flu that Mookie Betts had, but he's at least on the field. So if it was a similar type stomach flu that what Mookie Betts had, then the guy's probably not even 100% right now. And you're talking about him facing the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Now, I know you want to hang with those two teams, but it's early in the season. There's a lot of time for him to – it's better than him not pitching the first month of the season.
Velocity's normal tonight. It's in 92, 93, number one. So for me early on in the season, the first question is, does he look like his normal self? And the best indicator is just velocity for the first few games. The answer to that is an obvious yes. Then you look at like what he's throwing tonight. The first couple innings, is that a double down the right field? Get down ball. No, it's not.
Oh, he's ahead of us too.
Oh, this is a problem because I can't help myself. I just audibly say everything. Okay.
Well, that doesn't look like a double.
It's not a double. It's bad news.
It definitely
That's
a
bad
strikeout.
news.
You just got me excited.
I don't know what feet you're
I got
getting, but
myself
that was not a
excited.
double.
That's not my fault. This team gets you excited, okay? I don't want to hear it. What was I talking about?
The velocity with Steele is there,
fine.
but he's missing his
velocity's
spots tonight.
I mean, yeah. I mean, also, hold on. If you look at the first few pitches that he threw in the game, in his first 19 pitches, I was texting Corey this, only threw 3 sliders. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? He's trying to be too cute. Too many changeups, too many curveballs. And the only 2 changeups he threw tonight, I don't know if you noticed this, crushed over 100 miles per hour, each one. 2 changeups, both crushed over 100 miles per hour. So, it is kind of weird. You want him to tinker and everything. But the stuff that has got him success still looks pretty good tonight. So my concern level is a 0 out of 10 for concern.
So,
okay, that's convincing enough.
Can I show emotion over here with these base hits? Like, how far back are you guys?
PCA's at the plate with a strike.
You're a good 30 to 40 seconds
it's
ahead.
You have not seen this base hit yet?
No.
Thanks.
Oh my God. What the hell's wrong with your TVs? You got
Doug Glanville is playing center
the good
field
news,
for us. How far behind
The good news is that I just won the first hit parlay of the season.
Oh, wow.
Go. Boom. Plus 300 on Bet365.
Shoot.
Let's go, bro.
Nice job.
I
doubted
for
you.
that. I mean, I was on the stream when it happened.
Credit to Cody. I did doubt him. I said 3 hits from those 3 guys against Zach Gallen. Okay. I wouldn't take it.
To be fair, Zach Gallen is out of the game, but I didn't think he was going deep tonight either. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, PCA looks good, huh? Just like
his 3 at bats.
He's awesome, man.
The 3 at bats PCA has had. If he has at bats like that on a consistent basis, the people who are calling for him to be higher in the lineup, they will get their wish.
If he has that bats like that on a consistent basis, he's going to have like a 5-win season. He'll be like one of the most valuable players in the league if he keeps doing that.
Yeah, and his second at bat, I mean, just a little like he freaking crushed it, just right into a glove. So
yeah,
good signs today. And Shaw's walked as well. So
yeah,
good stuff from young guys.
Even Tucker, like even during spring, I know everyone's the numbers look bad. Like anecdotally, I feel as if he hit 4, 5, 6 center opposite field deep fly balls that were just warning strikeouts in Arizona. I thought he's looked fine over the past 6 weeks. I think the concern there is just completely overblown.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to see the one hit he got in the spring. I like to say that I was the reason.
Yeah.
Brendan, Ben Brown named 5th starter. What do you think? Are you excited for that? Do you think what do you think? Do you think he could rise up a little bit above the 5th starter at some point this year? Or do you think they'll slot him in there, leave him there? What are you feeling? I think he'll, just with the way the rotation's going to work, he's going to stay there. But I think he's got the potential to be a top 3 starter in this rotation. I think that's his ceiling.
I'll answer that question in about 20 seconds. I want all 3 of you to read PCA's lips in about 20 seconds. Okay? You'll enjoy it very much. Look at his lips in about 20 seconds.
Ooh, safe.
Wait, I'll let you guys react to this.
He beat that out.
Yeah, he beat that out.
Read his lips.
Oh, let's go, dude.
Yeah,
let's go, dude.
He's a spark plug, man.
I want fries right now. Let's go.
What are they?
I want fries right now. Let's go.
What are they running off the field
fries.
for? He was safe, man. What are they running off the field for?
God,
He's
is
so
PCA
fast.
just
He
so
was
fun.
halfway there.
Safe.
Oh, he's easily safe.
Safe.
Yeah, I don't know why they're running off the field. That wasn't even close.
Safe.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's fun, man. He is a spark plug,
He
and
really
he's
is, man.
he's
This
got.
is a game that gets me dreaming, man. This is the game where the Delulu just goes straight
Look at
to the
us.
sky, dude.
Look at the smiles on our faces right now. We're
I know.
so in trouble. So
Did
in
you
trouble.
see that Cubs Insider posted a picture of him arriving at the ballpark today?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
in
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
polo.
I wasn't able to do the lookalike yet. Is it Chris Sims? He looks like Chris Sims.
He does look like Chris Sims. I did think the same thing,
Thank
believe
you.
it or not, Lou.
I knew I liked
did.
you.
I'm just trying to score brownie points over there.
Didn't you say
After
that
you
it looked like
sighed
you
at me when
dressed
I
in
came
second
on.
grade?
Yeah, actually, I got to find the picture. I'm like pretty sure I wore the same thing in second grade. I had a mullet in second grade too, and I had
Okay.
very red hair as a child. So I had a red-haired mullet with a polo.
Really?
Who played
And
infield?
blue stars? Did you have the blue stars?
No, I did not.
No?
I did have a Dennis Rodman jersey, and I used to go to school with a Dennis Rodman jersey and a fanny pack. Okay, so you know.
Niren says PCA is the most annoying player in baseball. He's baseball Joakim Noah.
Okay.
Oh, if he becomes a fan favorite like Noah, right? Spark plug. I'd love that
People
comparison.
love PCA.
It's a lot of annoying
He's like
players in
everyone's
baseball.
best friend.
Yeah.
He's my next jersey. I said that
That's a
last
great
year.
jersey.
I'm saying it again this
You
year.
getting his jersey?
It's
I
good
would
that
like
you
to,
waited
yeah.
a year because the bigger text is back, which means it curves.
Well, I wanted to give him like one more year too.
Corey
And this
says,
is
"Get
his
Brendan
year.
out of here." In my opinion,
I'm watching Brendan's facial emotions, trying to let him. Okay. yeah.
Corey, shut the hell up, okay? Don't even come at me right now. Where are you? I don't see you on the show.
I guarantee you that was his reaction
with
when you
your
were texting him
dumbass
about
hour.
Steele's changeups.
No, he doesn't respond to me. I guarantee like 90%
yeah.
of texts I send Corey, I get no response. It's fine. I just expect it. And the
What do
ones
you-
I do get response are like 2-word answers. It's fine.
what do you think?
Oh,
whoa.
Amaya.
Oh, what? Get
Go,
down. Get
drop.
down. Oh,
No, yes.
Yes.
Go. Run. Let's
gonna clear the
go.
bases.
Let's go, dude.
Wow, that was smoked.
Let's go.
kids can
Miguel
play.
Amaya breakout season incoming. Let's
Okay.
go, bro.
So, Brendan,
Wow,
I
Cubs get a
said
break
on
there.
our
You should've caught
on our
that
show
ball.
yesterday, I've divided the Cubs lineup into three categories.
That thing was clobbered.
What do you think of this? Am I delusional? You have the three boppers. I call them the big boppers at the top. Okay? Three best hitters, the most power, all of it. Then the next three are the X factors. Guys that, if one or two of them has a really good season, could change the whole lineup. And then the bottom three are the future.
I like it. I like
And
it.
guys will go in and out of there, but man, the futures looked good today.
It's like I was watching the 2024 USA basketball team documentary on Netflix, and how they built that team was exactly how you described it. They had the veterans, the LeBron James, those guys, and then the young guys like Anthony Edwards and so on. So, maybe the Cubs are just kind of the next dream team, the way you're describing it.
All 7 runs with 2 outs.
Yeah.
Like to see that.
Man,
That
Happ
ball-
is
We
just
that ball-
suddenly
taking
went
so
from
many
the
good
worst
pitches.
hitters with RISP to the best. Let's go. Ian Happ legacy night.
He's just
Or-
tracking the ball well. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
This is their second opening day of the season, and they have 2 more.
Yep. The home opener
And
and
the A's opener.
the A's opener.
So Ben Brown. Now that I remember your question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Now that it's
I like
7-3.
the idea with Ben Brown. The more I listen to Council, whenever I hear Council talk, the one theme that continues to come to mind is just getting the most innings or at bats to the best players. So with Ben Brown, whether it be a starter or reliever, I think he'll go back and forth throughout the year, maybe. But I think with him, it's just how do we get our best players the most opportunities? And you even saw in the lineup, like Happ, Tucker, and Seiya, 3 best hitters, Happ number 1, Tucker number 2, Seiya number 3. After that, it's whatever. So I love the idea. I think it's also a little bit aggressive. I think they could have started with Colin Ray, but I like it. Try to hit your ceiling.
Hell yeah, dude.
I agree with that take. The reason I like Ben Brown so much in that 5th starter role is he just gives the rotation a different look. He's something that they don't have elsewhere right now. 5-pitch power pitcher the rest of the guys kind of beat around the margins a little bit, or different types. So that I think Ben Brown, the electricity just excites me a little bit more of what he can bring. Watching some of the movement on his pitches is just, it reminds me of some of the higher end pitchers in the game, and he's far away from being able to harness that and control that and do it consistently.
Come on.
But it feels like that could be somewhere within reach within the next season or two. And right now they don't have a power pitching arm in the rotation, so that's why I think I'm high on the move. I like it a lot. I'm much more intrigued by it than I would be with Colin Ray. No offense to Colin Ray.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the death ball that he has that just goes straight down.
It's awesome. It's nuts.
Awesome. It's nuts, and he has a nice four seam to pair with it, and he's toying with a new changeup. So this gives him more opportunities to grow comfortable with the changeup just by a function of more pitches, by pitching more innings. So I love the move. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's an obvious one given where the Cubs' current projections are at too.
So Kyle Tucker's at the plate. How much have you enjoyed being able to say Kyle Tucker's a Chicago Cub, Brendan?
I just been staring at his back jersey number. I'm like, is that on the Cubs? Is that a Cubs jersey? I mean, the power is just so obvious. They said that is that one base hit he had in Japan to the opposite field. I think it was. We did not see that all season long. Last year, there was literally not one extra base hit from a lefty to the opposite side over 104 miles per hour the entire year last year. And Kyle Tucker did it in game one. So I thought that was a fun.
Was there Bellinger didn't hit one over 100 miles per hour opposite field?
Not for an extra base hit to the opposite field. No one did.
Wow.
Over 104 miles per hour. Now I'm cheating with the threshold, but that's my threshold I set. So
it makes him sound even better.
Yeah.
Popped up. Get out. Go foul.
No, it's out. I'll give you that.
Remember when we were here at this ballpark and it was brutal?
Yeah, it was one of the worst games of my life.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst games of my life to listen to.
It's nice to be able to
Can't imagine
have
being
this
there.
current situation.
I've been in some god-awful games in the past couple of years, man. I was at the San Diego game last year, and they were up 8-0.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They blew
God,
it.
yeah. That was really bad.
I got kicked out of the stadium. I was just sitting there in silence. The ushers had to come kick me out at the end of the game.
You were like that guy on TikTok who just stays at the stadium after the game.
That was me. I was just eating my red vines. I had, a little bit too many beers, and I just got kicked out. So was not happy. Not a happy guy.
How about a Tucker Tater?
Yeah, he just had a 3-run shot and scored 10 runs in game 3 of the season. We'll call it game 1, but it's game 3. But
I am going to jet after this inning. I have to get up really early.
Yeah, don't blame
the
you.
Morning, but it has been really awesome being back and hanging out with you guys. And I know I will be back every Sunday now, which will be really fun too.
Yeah,
so
Kevin will be here for
very
doing
excited to
postgame
join
with
you
me
guys on
most
Sundays.
And Luke most Sundays.
And now, because you're going to be here every Sunday, does that mean you'll be playing for our softball team this year?
I don't think so.
He's like, I don't think so.
You don't want to join
because that's once a week versus 5 still.
Right, yeah,
I don't
okay,
know.
but we are the champs.
We're not only champs, we're back-to-back champs,
Back-to-back
going
champs.
for a third year in a row.
You guys kind of rolled last year too.
Sarah, what
And we're
position
gonna-
do you play?
all of them. No, I usually
Swiss Army knife.
Sometimes
I
they just
usually
put
play
Sarah out there.
catcher or I'll play shortstop.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually what
Oh, yeah.
Carm puts me in.
Luke, tell you what, I'll play with you guys if you hop in the field with us too. Come on.
No shot. No shot.
No shot.
You see Braggs walking around with 2 bionic knees? I know my limits.
Either way, I'm thrilled. I'll be back with you guys.
Good to have you back,
It's going to be a fun year. Really looking forward to it. You guys put out great content. Follow the new YouTube channel.
Yeah.
will ya?
Subscribe.
Pat Norton.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
If I go like this, it's almost like I'm trying to get
And
at
this is a
Brennan's
good time
hair.
Brendan, good to see you too.
This way.
Good to see you, Kevin.
Pat Norton's hopping in.
While Kevin is heading out, this is a good time to remind people that when you do subscribe, you get new shirts. And Luke, what else
shirts.
do we get?
And you have a chance. Take a picture, post yourself in a picture on social media with your CHGO Cubs YouTube subscription, it gets you in a running that we'll draw next Wednesday. Excuse me. 2 tickets on April 25th, bleacher seats for our Friday 120 Club, and 2 of these sweet shirts, Friday 120
Hell
Club
yeah,
shirts.
dude. Hell yeah.
And, of course, once we hit 1,000, then the second shirt in our new merch drop will become available to buy. The first one you can already buy, the hot dog one. The second one, when we hit 1,000, are we close to 1,000?
9:45.
We're getting to 1,000 with me on here. It's the natural beauty. That will bring us.
Brendan,
right
have you
back.
told enough family members about this?
Hi, Brendan.
I've told every single family member the moment it got released. That was the first thing I did. I woke up. I sent out this channel to hundreds of people.
Yeah. I told my family. I sent out to my family, and I got multiple responses. You do a podcast?
And
So
your
what?
response was?
What's that all about?
So sounds
That's
like
what I
you
deserve.
sounds like you need to cut some people out of your family.
When did you start a podcast? I didn't start it. Corey says, Luke, what do subscribers have to do to get you to take a Malort shot before a 120 Club game? Well, they'd have to provide my ride home, for one.
Well, no,
Well, I
if
think
you
Corey
did it,
has to
if you
actually
did
go
it
sit in
at
the bleachers.
you did it at Murphy's, and then you
I
didn't
have
do anything
never
else.
done Malort, and I never.
I was gonna
will
say,
do
where was I
Malort.
when Luke took a Malort shot?
You've lived in this city
I have
in
no
this
interest.
general area.
I've done Goldschlager,
Incredible.
real flecks of gold.
Yeah.
No,
Uh.
I haven't done a shot in probably 6 years,
Coward.
something like that.
Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
I can't think of when I would have done a shot last. Probably at my wedding, but that's almost 10 years.
Good for you.
No, it would have been after my wedding. Would have been after my wedding.
When there was tornado warnings, I was lucky to be able to share a beer with you.
Oh yeah, Cody and
Like
I.
in year one.
Did you guys think that like it was the end? Is that why you guys were?
We were huddled in the garage basement downstairs in this building, and the sewer water was coming up
Oh God!
around
no.
our feet,
Yeah.
and we all sat there and cracked open a beer.
Yeah.
And we said, if this is it, this is how we go. By the way, if you've not seen, wait till, of course, our postgame show is over. If you've not seen on Netflix, The Twister, it's a documentary about the Joplin, Missouri tornado.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable. My wife, when we were locked in on it for like an hour and a half. It's incredible. The video, you forget because it's like 2011, like, so people have phones.
Yeah.
And there's people flying around in the tornado with their phone.
That's
What do you
commitment,
mean
right?
inside the tornado? What do you mean?
Okay,
by that?
I don't want to give too much away. I'll just tell you one guy gets sucked up through his moonroof.
Are you sure this is not the actual Twister movie?
Sucked up through his moonroof
No,
sounds
this
like a
is-
euphemism for
This
something
follows
else.
multiple people from Joplin, Missouri around their
Because there's
story.
two Twister
Obviously,
movies now, Luke.
obviously,
Just saying.
at least most of the people that are being interviewed, the people that are being interviewed survived.
Like the difference between Room and The Room. Tommy Wiseau.
But there's some stuff in it that I had no idea was going on with the tornado, and also terrifying. Like you see where some people are there, and you hear it all because somebody left their phone on, and then you see them afterwards, and they're like, "This is where we were," and you're like, "How are they alive?" It's really good.
I'd like to practice some play-by-play. If you guys wouldn't.
You're gonna do play-by-play?
I think so.
Oh,
I haven't
Patrick
done it
Norton,
in a
look
few
at this.
years, but dust it off. Who is this guy batting? Is that
Josh
Bo or
Naylor.
Josh?
Naylor, yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
That's Josh. Good start. Good start, Pat.
Thanks. What? Yeah, there was definitely a time in high school calling high school basketball where I didn't get a roster from the other team, so I just had to be like number 5 with a dish to number 13.
Game.film just subscribed. Thank you.
Thank you, Game
Hell yeah,
Film.
let's go.
Make sure
Let's
you
go.
put that out on social with a photo and get yourself
In the running.
in the running for the 2 tickets, 2 shirts.
We got 93 people watching, 63 likes.
It's not enough. We need more.
We need more. Need more.
Really what it should be is 2 tickets, 2 shirts, 2 hugs. Braggs and Cody should have to give you a hug when you show up.
I'm also a great hugger.
You are a good hugger.
Listen,
People
Better
would
than
come
Big
up
Dave?
to me. No one's better than Big Dave.
yeah, that's true.
Big Dave has the calming effect of 20,000 puppies.
Oh, double play ball. Oh, nice play, Dansby. Oh, wow. Holy
Josh
cow.
Naylor. You know who beats that out?
Wow.
Bo.
Yeah. We need a
You
Josh
don't know Bo.
Naylor race between him and like
Just Paul
Miguel
Konerko?
Amaya.
Is that Paul Konerko?
Yeah. That was still an incredible play by Dansby.
Michael Bush.
Not the best throw, but
Bush.
he fields it and then still makes the throw.
Wow.
Justin Steele, the happiest person on the planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
He now qualifies for the win.
Will Brendan now be in his lab breaking down that entire play for the internet to see? I look forward to the video.
Just started
That's-
to take
Brendan,
screenshots of that play.
I've already
I'm not
asked
even
for this.
kidding, though.
I'm not. That doesn't surprise me one bit.
I've already asked for this with our new CHGO Cubs YouTube channel. One of the things I've asked for, and we may or may not get it because Brendan's a busy guy. I want some heat map breakdowns and some VODs, if you will, like the kids call them.
VOD.
Some VODs. I call them VODs.
I agree with Luke.
VODs, VODs. Some VODs breaking down like Steele's outing now. Heat maps and pitches
With the hands.
and the hands and, you know, and then
what
like
heat
colors
maps are?
colors on the map, like yellows and reds. What I'm thinking of is like who's the painter guy with the hair?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Gary
Ross. I'm thinking of you mixed with Bob Ross, only it's baseball. You got colors and all of a sudden, oh, it's a little fluffy tree. It's a cloud. No, it's not. It's a heat map from Brendan.
He is the Bob Ross of Cubs.
That's such a compliment to be even compared to him. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. I can.
Brendan, I'd just like to bring this up really quick. There, you zoomed in or e-cammed in to a show that I was on with you a couple of months ago, and I believe you had COVID at the time. And I got a very sweet text from my mother, and she said, "Is the person okay?" She was wondering at the time. She was like, "He looks very bad."
Oh, wow.
But she just texted me now, and she said he looks much better.
Oh, well, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Tell your mother I said thank you.
She's
very
watching.
much.
You can tell herself.
And it turns out Brendan
Thank
was
you.
totally healthy.
Yeah,
I'm probably
He was actually totally healthy. He
was
I
lying.
was just having a bad day, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
just having a bad hair day, and it
Yeah.
changed everything.
Patrick, is your mother subscribed to the new
She
CHGO
better
Cubs YouTube channel?
Come on, Ma.
I'll disown. Disown, disavow.
Just
if
making
she's
sure.
not. It's been a long day.
I'm going to have to get a hold of my mom's phone to make sure she's subscribed.
Is she an avid YouTube user, your mother?
No, my mom watches our show on Xfinity.
Hey,
She
okay.
watches it
That
live on
works.
Xfinity. Yes, YouTube makes it difficult for her. But I'm going to get YouTube. I'm going to get the app on her phone, and I'm a subscriber and trying to show her how to use it.
That's a base knock.
As much as I
Say's
can,
got a
you
hit
know.
now. Let's go.
I forgot to do the play-by-play.
Let's go.
Someone asked, and I believe it was Kevin Kaduk, who asked if I had the express written consent of Major League Baseball to do play-by-play. I kind of do, so we'll be fine.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I have another
Eddie's not
question for
related to
Brendan.
Mark.
Not to interrupt your play-by-play, but it's actually a question. Are you
Say
A,
it takes
coming to
his lead.
Chicago this summer like you did last
Good
summer?
question.
Yeah.
And B, if you are to come here this summer, what do I got to do to get you to come out to the bleachers with me? Because I listened to the Corey and Brendan show probably sometime within the last month where you guys talked about how you are the most obvious people who would never sit in the bleachers. And I was laughing very hard because you're absolutely correct. But also, like, I think I can present you a fun time. Not necessarily in terms of game viewing, because you think it's better viewing in the grandstand. That's fine. I get that. But to give you a fun time with your pals in the bleachers, what do I got to do to get you to do that?
Corey has to come with me. I mean, he's just as he has the same opinion I do about the bleachers. I've sat in the bleachers several times. I got nothing bad to say about them. It's just not for me. I don't like having to put on sunscreen. Okay, I don't want to deal with every 30 minutes, do I need to relayer sunscreen? The sun hurts my eyes. I'm like an 80-year-old person too. Okay. And it's nothing against you guys, but it's just a little bit too loud out there. People are hitting my shoulder.
Who's the old guy on this network? Thank you. By the way, how many tickets does Corey have? Does Corey have two seats?
He has two. Two.
See, now he's never invited me because I'd be happy to go to a Friday 120 club and sit in the shade.
Yeah.
I would say, if not a day game, then just a night game in the bleachers. A nice 7 o'clock start.
Game in the thing for me is the sun. Okay, I'll do
that. You're right. Night games are better for sure.
I'll tolerate the noisiness in the bleachers, but the sun I just can't tolerate.
Can confirm Kathleen is subscribed.
Sick.
Nice.
But if we sit in the bleachers, I want to be near the basket. I want to catch the home run ball. I want to dive into the basket with my glove. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Removed.
You can be like Theo when he came back and just was hanging out.
Yeah, wear the mustache, get the Ernie hat
grow
going.
A mustache. I don't need to wear one. I'll just grow one out.
Brendan should probably show up for like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so that you could play on the softball team as a ringer for one of the games.
There you go.
We never lose a game.
You're right.
There's some holes on it. There's some holes on the team this year.
He should show up for a Thursday game. He should show up for a Thursday game and then claim the time difference screwed him up.
Oh, I absolutely
don't. They play on Mondays?
I'm talking about the Cubs. But
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, you have explained, and I accept it. We will go to a night game. It won't be a 120 club, but we'll go to a night game in the bleachers. I like night games in the bleachers. So
I like night games in general. I'd rather go to night games and day games anyway. Sun hurts my eyes, I feel like I'm very anti-sun. I'm not anti-sun right now. It's just, I don't want to get sunburned. That's all.
Well, it is dangerous.
I went to high school in Arizona. I was looking up pop flies in the infield for like 8 years. Like
the sun in Arizona for sure can be dangerous.
It kills you. Absolutely destroys you.
High school in Arizona, moved to Babylonia, King Tut. Funky Wonky Brendan at Brendan _Cubs.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
My bet on Dansby's not aging well. But at least his defense is still good.
Game reset.
You're betting on Dansby not aging well? Is that what you said?
I bet on Dansby to hits, runs, RBIs, 1.5.
Oh.
But I mainly took it because I thought his at-bats in Japan were awesome.
Single could get that done.
Great.
Yeah.
Single gets that done.
I do wonder how much that core problem was a factor last year. That
he was good at the end of the year.
He was very good at the end of the year.
Seiya Suzuki on second base, full count, 1 out, top of the 6th.
You could totally win me a bet right here.
Not with that swing.
Not with that swing.
Do you approve of what we've changed? Who you got? We're going to change the name of it to Call Your Cub. Do you like that?
No.
Well, do you have any other suggestions? We're still taking them. Either way, I'm about to be 1-0.
I like you got. Why? Yeah, why change it up?
The wine connoisseur.
It just feels different. It just feels different without Ryan. Without Ryan, it's tough to call it Who You Got because he was so passionate about it.
He cheated. Ryan cheated. So
he did, but I didn't want to say that because it's not nice.
All right, actually, you're right about that.
The most fun that I've had doing this show, the two things are, one, fooling these guys into thinking Wilson Contreras had been traded on April Fool's Day.
Oh, my God.
That was good.
Yet. That was year 1.
Number 2, they didn't know I was crazy yet.
Yeah, I didn't know he was crazy.
They just were like, oh, the TV guy's here, and they had no idea, so totally fell for it. And then number 2 would be letting Ryan go through, telling Ryan if he goes back and fixes Who You Got, he's just got to add up the results. When we all knew that he was winning, so he went through every single game of Who You Got results.
Yeah.
He went through I'm adding it up. I won this game.
He legitimately
go back and look at them all, Ryan, and then I'll accept it.
He legitimately did it.
Written down.
It was on a napkin.
He legitimately did it on a night of a road game because he
spent all night doing it.
Instead, and I think you had to take the day off.
Yeah.
I sat we sat in the couch area over there
I probably had
For the
I probably had
entire
RSV
game.
or strep or something.
And he did it, yeah. It was one of the more funnier things. But Brendan, I have.
Oh yeah,
That's an RBI single.
Nico Horner is so back,
waiting
man.
for it.
He's so
I
back.
was waiting for it.
Let's go,
Oh man, Nico.
Nico Horner.
Clip that.
If he's hitting like he did in 23, that makes this lineup deeper.
That was one of the.
What was wrong with him last year? It was fine last year too.
Dude, he hit like 250 the entire season. He's got to hit like 280. He hit 280.
He
like all of
got
23.
273 last year.
That's because of an insane September, brother. Come on.
That,
Yeah.
but so
we're gonna ignore September, Cody. It's my favorite month.
we'd have to look at the.
Don't you love having me on?
I do actually. I'm sometimes I just want to like jump into the Corey and Brennan show on Thursdays and just bring chaos. I know you guys are so organized.
That's
and
why you don't.
heat maps and stuff, and
We don't really do much preparation, not to pull the curtain back, but we just go on and press play. Honestly,
They're
I
just
make the
that
graphs
good
during the
naturally.
show.
yeah.
We've been doing this for 11 years now.
Yeah. You better hope you're that good naturally at this point.
I'm not
Emma's
gonna say
over
we're
here,
good,
by the
but
way.
we get it done.
What did I say wrong, Emma? I said something wrong about the
This was 5 innings
competition.
ago. This was the Bulls game was still
I'm
going
just in
on.
Slack. She's putting in Slack channels. I screwed something up on one of the promos. I'm good now. Oh, you just have to take a screenshot. I thought you had to take a picture
Go
next
out,
to your
buy a second phone.
subscription.
Buy a second phone. Use that to take a picture.
Right? Yeah, I thought. Well,
Yeah. Who doesn't
we
have a
really
second
wanna
phone?
See these people make
Emma's
sure-
got 2 phones.
Well, if you don't take a picture, then it could be AI doing it.
That's a great point.
So
You'll know who was the pitcher with 6 fingers?
Okay.
Was that Al Fonseca?
We need
Al
Alf
Fonseca in
at
this
6.
podcast. Al Fonseca ruined my life as a child.
He
Don't
could have
talk
lent
about that.
one. He could have lent one to Mordecai. Brown.
I also want I want to remind people, Emma has something to remind people again, because she is our social media manager, so she will say this the best and most correct way possible
Okay,
to win
hold on. This is Emma A.
Okay, I don't know if it's going to be the best. Yeah, it's been a long day, guys. Okay, but we are doing a giveaway for 2 tickets to the Cubs game, the Friday 120 game on April 24th.
25th.
25th.
Wait, but my calendar.
April 25th.
25th. It's the 25th. Friday 120. It's the 25th. And all you got to do is subscribe to the CHGO Cubs YouTube channel. Post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram stories, tag us. You'll be entered to win 2 tickets. Come hang out with the crew. Friday 120. Bulls are back.
For
Bulls
clarification.
are back. On the 25th.
Cubs are back too.
For clarification. So a picture
A screenshot.
a screenshot or a picture with the subscription.
A screenshot.
So we don't even
A
need
shot
to
of
see
the
your face.
screen.
It can just
shot
be
of
No
screen.
face. I mean, if
can
you want to
if
like
you
edit
want to.
yourself in there, a little cartoon moment, that would be fun. You can make it fun, but yeah, just need a screenshot.
I retweeted one earlier. It's a good example.
Subscribe.
Yeah, 2 of the CHGO Cubs tour.
So
I
easy.
retweeted.
Stucky could do it.
Mhm. Yeah.
In the
That
kind
was
of way.
uncalled for.
Yeah, I really am sorry.
Uncalled for.
Because I enjoy all of the time that I've spent with
And
you.
Gary says, and this is true, don't forget to go to the draft party after you attend the Friday 120 game.
That's a long day.
Yeah,
That's a lot
that will
of
be
fun.
night 2 of the draft.
But that's the only
115
mention of the
bourbon.
draft that you'll get on the CHGO Cubs channel.
Yes. I believe I'll
What are you
be
drinking out of
screenshot
that
if I
cup?
bring it up again.
Oh, you never answered my question though, Brendan. In terms of, are you coming back to Chicago this summer? Or is that a plan?
Yeah,
Are you planned?
I think
You
I'm going
are?
to come back towards the end of May is the rough plan right
Memorial
now.
Day type area.
I do want to say I'm not going to go into detail, but I got in trouble for seeing you guys last time because I had some work-related things. So I sacrificed my life to go see you guys. That I will say.
Oh.
Well,
got
I
out of
appreciate it.
though.
Let's go.
Yeah.
By the way, underrated. We were talking about the power of hugs. Underrated hugger, Brendan.
Me?
Big time. You walked into the office. We had not met before
Yep.
in person, And you were just like,
What
bring
can
it
I
in. And I was like, this
What
is
can
how
I
it
say?
should be. This
He
is
brought
life.
it in. He even rubbed my back a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of a rub.
I
on the back.
will always rub your back.
Thank
always
you.
rub your back.
It was
You
like
scratch
it was
mine,
a back
I'll
rub
rub
and then a
yours.
pat.
That's right. I always do the double pat at the end.
Yeah, the
You
double
have to.
pat.
Oh, God.
Double pat.
Matt Gregory in the chat, diehard since day one, says Nate Pearson is coming into the ball game.
Why did they make this pool so small, by the way?
It's only for the
Brendan, you
snakes.
ever been in that hot tub in the outfield?
There's no way.
No, I always wanted to though. Always wanted to. Never got a chance.
I've always wanted to do that too. That's I forgot they are the stadium that has that.
Yeah.
Out of all the stadiums, I always thought that was the coolest.
What if CHGO Cubs did like a takeover and we bought out the whole hot tub?
That'd be
It
cool.
traveled all the way
All
to
Cubs
Arizona.
gear.
What's the stadium with the Stingrays? I know that what
The
team?
Rays?
The Rays. Yeah, the Rays. I was like, it's been a long
they're
day.
not, first of all, they're not playing there, but
No, but that's a cool stadium.
yeah.
It's actually considered
What's the
maybe
what's
the
the
worst.
park where
Yeah.
what's the park where
It
they have the
sucks.
actual marlins in a tank?
Hardware.
You're being so mean over there.
Does anyone get
big
I
that?
know.
tank.
I'm
Anyone get
genuinely
that bit?
trying to like.
Come
I
on.
like these stadiums, and it's like
I
all
know.
Big Brothers. They're just bullying the little.
I know.
The
Don't
little
let them bully
sister.
you.
Does
Don't let them bully
anyone
you.
does anyone understand the hardware bit from the World Series pregame show in 2016, where I believe A-Rod asked Pete Rose what his favorite tool was, and Pete Rose said you, and so then they all crack up, and because they were talking about tools, Frank Thomas, I don't know if he just doesn't understand it, but Frank Thomas just from the clouds goes hardware. Everyone's already crying, laughing, and just in the corner is Frank Thomas just going hardware.
Frank.
Frank the Tank,
Frank.
the big hurt.
I don't know why. I don't even think it's like even a realistic comparison. But I looked away. I looked back. I thought Kyle Farnsworth was pitching for a second. I get Kyle Farnsworth vibes from Nate Pearson.
I thought you were going to say that I reminded you of Kyle Farnsworth,
Sonny,
and I was
he's
going
a
to be
big
very
dude.
honored.
He's a big dude.
Use the code HICHGO.
Mm-hmm.
For 50% off your first 3 online purchases.
Pearson. So how many innings does Pearson get? 2?
I don't know.
6th and 7th? Oh, 90.
Gary,
Let's
can
see
you
what he
give an
does
official
here.
score update, like full score?
Hey, I got one for you, Brendan.
In the chat. I don't
So-
know what it is.
Pearson, Merriweather,
Hodge, Presley.
I think
no,
you saved
I'm not going to
them.
go that deep into the pen. Pearson, Merriweather, give me 2 or 3 other guys from that bullpen. Which guy will actually turn out to be a weapon this year?
So Pearson, Merriweather, Hodge, like anyone from that group, or is it?
Yeah, I mean,
a
I feel
specific
like
trio?
we know that, or maybe we don't. I hope that Presley and Hodge are the back end, but the middle, I feel like there's a bunch of guys that we've been talking about for a couple of years where you say, man, if he could figure it out. I'll give you the other one. Palencia, Pearson, Merriweather. Am I missing one?
Eli
more?
Morgan.
Keller, if you want to throw in there.
Eli Morgan. Yeah.
Eli Morgan's on a Yency Almonte track for me.
Or I'll give you Luke Little.
Yeah.
Luke Little, Pearson, Merriweather, and who was the other one I forgot?
Eli Morgan?
No.
Brad Keller?
No. Palencia.
Valencia.
Which of those guys do you have the most faith will actually be like a weapon in the bullpen this year? Can one of those guys? I feel like if they can get one of those guys to be a weapon, it changed the bullpen. Like losing Merriweather last year was tough. He was effective the previous year, and Pearson's man. And I've been waiting for Palencia to actually put it together and be that guy because he throws so hard. But I don't know. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to pick from the bunch, the recency with Porter Hodge's success and the 2 unique pitch types, I would probably just go with Hodge.
Okay, after Hodge though.
After Hodge, probably go with Merriweather, assuming he's healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
his stuff is good. If you like Ben Brown, you should like Julian Merriweather. They have similar breaking ball shapes, and that's why I thought Ben Brown would be good as a back end piece. Pearson's pissing me off right now. That I will say. Just saying. Wait till you see what happens. Sorry, who else was it? Pearson.
We got
Pearson Palencia.
Someone write it down.
Yeah, Matthew Gregory says Palencia is Dylan Maples 2.0. And that is what it reminds me of.
Dylan Maples was wild. He was like Carlos Momol on steroids.
Fun fact, Dylan Maple is the floor stain that I have in my living room. Dylan Maple. That's the color.
Really?
I'm not joking. It is called Dylan Maple.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
Nowhere. The answer was nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, Palencia, he's toying with a splitter every now and then. So you have a splitter, you have the breaker, you have velocity over 100 miles per hour. So he's the biggest wild card of them all. But in terms of just projecting guys, I think you project Taj and you project Merriweather, and you hope that the other wild cards like
strikes,
like Pearson and the rest. Have you seen Pearson being the second guy yet? Where are you guys right now?
Yeah, he already hit Suarez. We're on Smith. It's a 2-0 count to Suarez. No outs.
2 on.
He can't find the strike zone.
Oh, he's about to bean this guy too. You'll see it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So you're asking me if I like Pearson after I'm watching the guy hit 2 straight guys.
3-0. In fairness, Bob Gibson also would have hit anybody if he got to a 3-0.
Oh yeah, you might as well plunk the guy.
Yeah, make it count.
Especially if he's crowding the plate on the Eagle.
People are already giving up on Tommy Hotovy in the chat. It's good. Day 1.
Up on Tommy Hotovy.
Day 3.
Wait,
well,
he walked him.
He walked him.
So the two there's bases loaded, nobody out. So this is not going well.
Wait. Yeah. Brendan, what's the score right now for you? Is it still 8-3?
It's 8-3. I would not tell you.
Okay,
guys.
so only one batter has been hit.
Yeah.
It shows 98 on the line.
Am I missing something?
It went walk, hit by pitch, right? Or was
Are you watching the Cubs?
Oh, he's watching Texas Tech. That explains it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Did he
forgot
not
the
just hit
tourney's
2
on
guys in a
tonight.
row? Am I losing my mind?
Basketball's on tonight.
There you go. Good
99.
He just needed a little
We got
pressure.
guys that throw that gas.
Send Pearson back to AAA.
So what's the count for you guys right now?
0-1.
0-1.
McCarthy is at the
Bases
plate.
loaded. Nobody
0
out.
outs.
This is thrilling. Dynamite drop in Monty. That broadcasting school is really starting to pay off.
Oh, my screen went back in time. That's what
He's in the 4th inning.
Ooh, that's a good pitch.
Oh,
Oh, you got squeezed on that second.
This is
pitch.
bad.
That's twice he's been robbed on calls.
That's what happened.
If you see the ad behind
But
me,
when you're throwing as wild as you are, you're not going to get those.
the ad behind home plate, isn't that the
Sure.
guy on the Blue Jays?
Not going to get that one either.
Anthony Santan Ford. Got him. No one's in the mood.
It could be Derek from PHNX.
Okay.
Tell him. I'm telling Tony to tell him after the 6th. I guess. I
So
don't
a
know.
triple play. We're saying ta-ta.
How many subscribers we have? We have 1,000 yet? We're sitting stagnant. 960.
960.
40 more.
40
Can't
more,
the
guys.
people in the chat, can't we all,
Oh, you
can't the
love.
sickos out there unite
Mm-hmm.
and tell 40 people you know to subscribe right now?
Can you imagine being
gonna
at this
create
game
40
right now? The stress you'd feel.
Oh, it's lucky he swung at that one. All right, so we have 3-2 count.
We have a 3-2 count. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brendan's already in the 7th inning.
We
Brendan's
never
living in
freaked
the
out, so
future.
that's good.
No, that wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look.
What wasn't?
We got to limit the damage here.
Brendan just went,
Limit the damage.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I can tell you what happened. I mean, I'm not.
Don't
gonna-
tell me.
no,
Don't tell me.
let us watch it.
Just let me watch it.
It's not that bad. I mean, I thought it was bad, but it's not that bad. It's somewhat bad.
He walks in a run.
I feel like that would be worse
Or
than
maybe he gets a
somewhat bad.
ground out. They score a run. Well, that could have been worse.
It's an acceptable outcome. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
That
right
is-
to
that was
Kyle
well
Tucker
struck.
right there.
That is an acceptable outcome. You are correct.
Does that ball drop if it says Suzuki?
Oh, that
in
one
Japan,
diving play.
in
Tucker
Japan,
had?
if that was Ohtani, they would have called it a home run.
Yeah.
The diving play
Great
Tucker
point.
had earlier in the game was awesome. Yeah. All right.
Oh, man.
Well, this
Right now, the Tokyo Dome, they're calling that a home run.
Yeah. Anyway,
8-4.
you got Perdomo coming up and Marte on deck. Best case scenario here is a ground ball double play. An okay scenario is just getting another out and somehow holding that guy at third. Worst case scenario is he clears the bases and it's 8-6 with Marte at the plate.
Yeah, I mean the way that I look at this right now is until the tying run is at the plate, I'm not going to panic.
Yeah.
I feel like over the past 3 years, a 5-run lead feels like a 3-run lead.
Yes.
Like, I remember back in 2010, if we were up by 5 runs, I am sitting free. These days, of 5 runs, I'm thinking worst case scenario.
Yeah.
You know who I miss? Mark Leiter Jr.
Good one.
Yeah. Hadn't really thought about him this offseason, but this is one of those situations where you'd have him in against a lefty, and you'd probably feel pretty good about it.
Also true, Brennan, the last 3 years has been a 3-run lead against the Cubs feels like a 5-run lead.
It's just, I don't know if we're like overly negative these days or if it's actually real.
That's the lack of success.
Maybe
Nice
it is.
play by Hap.
We take those. That's an out.
That's fine.
Yep.
When you're up by 5, it's fine.
I mean, this is a very bad outing from Pearson.
Yeah.
Nothing's, lower quadrants. Everything's up. He's missing everything. Just an
He still looks like he's 12.
No, he's got a stash.
Again, we've discussed the Theo stash. Could be fake.
All right. And it's one outing, so whatever happens here, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Matthew Gregory misses Steve Cishek.
Good one.
So
Joe
does
Madden. Yeah,
Joe Madden
thank you.
literally ruined his arm. Yeah,
ruined it.
Joe
He
Madden
revived
thinks
it in L.A. again.
Joe Madden. Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
ouch.
Brendan, what do you think of Brad Keller?
I like Brett Keller quite a bit. The velocity uptick and the way the pitching coaches talk about him, you have to like him. If they're very excited about him, I think we should be too.
it's gonna be electric on this live watch along if Brad Keller's coming into the 8th inning and it's a 3-run game.
That is one of the roles I'm curious how Council works him into. If it's going to be more of a back end guy or all right. Or if it's going to be more like a multi-inning relief type role.
Right.
Yeah.
Could be a high leverage guy if he's as good as he was in the spring.
Off the end of the bat,
Right
PCA.
there.
Yeah, we're good. All right, should I hop off here, guys? You're going to have
Yeah, I think Derek from PHNX Diamondbacks is going to join us to say hello. He's also a very nice guy. So
We have to talk to him about his fantasy football punishment. I believe he was
and I think
in an IHOP
Braggs
for
is going to
24
come in
hours.
here too at some point. So
Braggs is still up?
yeah, he has to show off that new haircut he got, I guess.
what kind of haircut did he get?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We have no idea. That's just what he said.
Probably got the
Maybe a
Bears
mohawk.
logo in the side of his head or
Yeah.
something.
It's
Yeah,
not
put
as good as
Caleb Williams on
PCA's
there.
Blue Stars. That's for damn sure.
Brendan,
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
thank you.
What
You and Corey have another podcast coming out tomorrow.
We do. We
Right?
do.
you want to
Brendan
tease that?
Corey edition.
A lot of shows.
And as you've told us, there's no preparation for it.
No preparation.
Just jump on.
Get on and go.
Jump
Got
on and
paragraphs
go.
I make during the episode.
And we look forward to the reunion, maybe around May, when I can get a hug and a little pat.
I might even tap her butt too. We'll see.
Okay.
Good of a mood
All
I'm in,
right.
you know?
Okay. My
HR.
wife might have something to say about that, but okay.
Well, that's a strike on the account.
Well, we have HR now.
We do.
We do. We're a big enough company that we have HR now, Brendan.
Enough full time. I can do what I want.
I just
All
look
right.
forward to sharing a beer with you when you come back to Chicago. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I want
absolutely.
another
We'll do-
hug.
I'll give you a hug. We'll do a beer bat chug on the show.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it again.
I
Let's
forgot.
go.
We might have to do
Let's
that.
go,
All
man.
right.
All right.
Brendan
Thanks,
Miller,
I'll see
everyone.
you guys.
See you,
Thank
man.
you.
Rest of your show.
Tomorrow
See ya.
on the CHGO Cubs YouTube channel, Brendan and Corey.
Yes.
You have to say that like you're on like like you're doing a promo for NBC.
Tomorrow. You're on the Cubs YouTube channel, Brennan and Corey.
Mully and Haw, you're on the
Steele, 5 innings, 3 runs.
All right.
I got to tell you, 5 innings, 3 runs for as hard as he was hit. You're happy with that result.
In line for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Pearson was bad in terms of the walks. He hit a batter, but listen, he got the results he needed. And that's what, like, when you score runs like you did, you have 8 runs in this game. Like, you're allowed to have a bullpen that isn't exactly perfect. That's always been my biggest thing with the offense. The offense over these last few years has forced this team or forced this bullpen to be perfect. I think Pearson will be better down the line. He's got the stuff, and he was good in the second half of last year. So after one bad outing, I'm not going to cry about it. But that's the good thing about having, scoring 8 runs. Do I think the Cubs are going to score 8 runs a game? No. So I understand the concern and the annoyance from it, no doubt. But you're in a game like this right now, like you just need to win the game. So that's my.
I joined
full circle.
I joined a watch along with you guys last year.
Mm-hmm. Did we actually watch the game, or did we just complain about ownership and Jed?
No, we watched the game, especially because the Cubs were up by 4 when Braggs left the set.
Oh, okay.
And then I sat down, and the Cubs immediately loaded the bases. So, or the Cubs pitching immediately loaded the bases, and you guys almost kicked me off, which is fine.
Duke won, apparently.
What did they cover?
Now to Charles
So
Barkley.
now
I didn't watch it. Ask Ernie.
Ask
Kenny about
that
this.
Was great. What do you mean you only watch? Well, he only has one
I was
screen.
watching something else. Ask Kenny. Give Kenny this one.
Yeah, I was locked into. Who was it? It was like Drake and.
Yeah, Arkansas is up by 7-3 with 30 seconds. No. Duke's up by 5. I got a -9.5, so they're probably not going to cover. I won the first
we should. You guys may have been talking about it earlier. How in depth have we gone about Matt Shaw's batting stance?
We haven't.
Yeah, I mean,
it got him to the big leagues, so it's not like you're going to tweak it day one.
Basically until it's a problem.
Yeah.
And how soon does that become a problem? Like, what's the threshold for it to be a problem?
I bet it's more than a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that they're going to let him go through it through April.
It's more than a month.
And listen, he's going to see a lot of really good pitchers here in April. So, like, he's going to be tested, and yeah, I don't know.
A double, a homer, a walk, 3 RBI, 2 runs scored.
Hap's having a game. Man.
Call your Cub.
So,
what's Emma talking about in her?
Emma's watching the basketball game over on the side TV. Distracting
game
from the
is
real
on the 25th.
thing going on.
Bang, bang, bang. That was a quick one for the Cubs.
That was.
Yeah. That was.
It changed. I sat down.
I got to be honest with you. At 11:23 at night, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I sat down at 11, or I sat down for the top of the 6th, and I feel like that was an hour ago.
All right, I need to look at this run.
I would have liked to hit.
Talk for a little bit.
I would have liked to hit just because, like, the inning the Diamondbacks just had, but whatever. What did Ivy say? She was talking about Matt Shaw's stance. Is that why you brought it up, Patrick?
Yeah, I saw it. He or she
sounds like everyone is
said-
very conflicted about Shaw's stance,
Including my dad.
who has
Yeah.
also convinced me.
Yeah, I get it because it's definitely unconventional,
Yeah,
but I'm not
the whole like
horribly opposed.
whether it's the leg kick itself or just the way that his foot is positioned. Do I think it's going to be like that forever? No. I think there will be some form of an adjustment.
When I was a very successful Little League pitcher, back in my day when I could have gone
Back
pro.
in my day.
When I could have gone pro.
Back in my day.
My pitching stance or my windup was my back would be completely turned to the catcher.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I loved that. And I still throw that way. Maybe not in jeans, but I still throw that way, and it rocks. And then my arm exploded. So that was it.
Thoughts and prayers.
R.I.P. Patrick's elbow. But I can still type Damn it.
How pissed will you be if the Cubs blow this game? I'll be pretty pissed. We'll just say that.
Bless you. When yeah. Where if the Cubs can hold on, you have Cubs, Sox, and Bulls, quite the day.
Yeah. Dude, they're showing the lineup from this day in 2005 right now. Corey Patterson, Todd Walker, Nomar Garciaparra, Ramos Ramirez, Jeremy Burnett, Derek Lee, Todd Hollinsworth, Michael Barrett.
Holly time.
How did that team end up sucking so bad?
What are you talking about? They were number one in my heart.
Number one in my heart, but actually really bad.
And I believe it was about 2 weeks later that Michael Barrett punched
It's
AJ
the same
Pierzynski.
season. Yeah.
Same year.
Or no, I thought it was the year after.
I believe
That was 2005, right?
It was the year after
Here.
they won the World Series.
This might be the glasses. Council got a hit.
He needs his glasses.
I really didn't like him back then.
No, who did?
Yeah, I mean, most of my life, I really have never liked Craig Counsell.
Look at
as
that
a
handsome
player.
fella. I always love those uniforms, though. Let me tell you
Yeah,
that.
those uniforms were good back in the day.
PHNX is selling shirts in the purple,
Are they?
and they are pretty sweet.
Sick. All right, so Caleb Thielbar is in here. Do we want to do some actual play-by-play since we are getting late and we're waiting for Derek to come on here and kind of give us a little preview of the D-backs?
What? I've zoned out. I'm reading the chat.
I said, do we want to actually do some play-by-play while we wait for Derek?
Sure.
So
3-1 count.
3-1 count. This would be
Bottom
bad.
of the seventh.
Caleb
Caleb Thielbar pitching.
Yeah.
Caleb Thielbar on the mound. Corbin Carroll at the plate.
Thielbar is a guy that I'm not necessarily having as long of a leash on.
Popped him up.
I don't have as long of a leash on him as I do someone like Nate Pearson because he's a veteran and he's been there and he knows what he's got to do. So he's just got to go out there and throw strikes.
Sean Caselli got me. It was 2006. Good call.
Yeah.
Matt Merton. Good call.
To PCA.
Corbin Carroll.
There you go.
That's not dropping.
That's not
Oh, one down.
I don't care how you get Corbin Carroll out. Just get him out. There you go. Good job.
103 off the bat. That's impressive from that, you know? Bye, Peck.
Ugh. All right. They're going to.
Remember on Monday when I said, hey, it's really nice to have PC in center because he makes everything look simple?
Yeah. 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 All right. or no, that's Gurriel. Gurriel's at the plate. We got one out here in the seventh.
Do we have any adult diaper ad reads? Or is that, yeah.
No.
Dang.
Dude, you want to do the Benjamin Moore ad read that Pat Hughes
The
does
official paint
of the Chicago Cubs?
of the Chicago Cubs. My favorite, and it's defunct now. I believe the institution still exists, but Gold Coast Bank.
Yeah, Gold Coast
That
Bank.
strikeout's brought to you by Gold Coast Bank. Fans won't strike out with Gold Coast Bank.
He he's hitting that one further than I thought he did.
Ian
Wow.
Happ.
Wow.
That's a home run in Japan.
Yeah, that's a home run in Japan. All right, so the first two balls hit off Thielbar 100 plus miles per hour.
Yeah, but they're outs.
But they're outs.
Who's the fan who cowered?
Yeah, should have
Turned their back. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Actually, good on them because if it's fan interference, there's controversy. They're doing their part.
The game's going to be over, and Derek's going to be like, hey, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I told him that he could only come on if he wore his Harry Carey button down.
Yeah, I've seen him wear that. It's good. Can he at least get Naylor out without us having to sweat? That's a good pitch. All right.
Thielbar clips the inside edge. 1-1.
What's the final score of the Duke game?
Oh, no, Duke won. Duke won. Texas Tech, Arkansas is in overtime.
I would just what's the final score of the Duke game?
It was 93-87 when I checked last. I don't know what it is.
Ugh, it did not cover.
What did they need to cover?
9.5. So they needed to win by 10.
Now they won by 7, 193.
Ugh. Oh, that is out of here.
That is not out of here.
How did that one not go?
Have some faith.
How did that one not go? Of all of them, how did that one not leave the park?
Of all the...
How did that one not leave the park, man? That would look like a lazy fly ball after he Oh, God.
If you have a weak heart, turn the set off.
God. I have 158 more of these. 158 more?
No. You have 169 more of these.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to just...
Losing the World Series.
Losing the World Series? Is that what
that was my official season prediction. I had Orioles over the Cubs. Sarah, what's our number at? Are we still at... If we're at 960, don't tell me. That's 4 more than we had a while ago. We'll take it.
Don't forget to tune in to our CHGO Cubs post-game show. That will be a few minutes just right after the watch-along.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.
Subscribe.
And tell your friends to
Like.
subscribe and hit the like button.
Please hit like.
If you don't send this to your friends, I can't actually threaten you, but I'll be upset. I will be upset. I'm going to send my newsletter even more. That's what I'm going to do. That's threatening. If you were upset that it's coming out every day, camera's over there. I'm pointing at the wrong screen. Get ready. You're in trouble now. Also, shameless plug, allchgo.com/newsletter. Is that actually you? Thank God. It'd be great if you just created what do we need? 36? Just 36 accounts right now.
Well, if Derek doesn't join within the next 5 minutes, we probably shouldn't let him in. Because the game's going to really matter here in a minute.
A, that. B, the disrespect.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you?
Right.
We sent away a kind-hearted gentleman to bring you in, and it's been close to 15, 20 minutes now. This is unbelievable.
Tony said in 5 minutes. There he is.
Oh, the mayor of PHNX himself.
There he is. I'll talk to him while Luke is doing whatever he's doing.
I would like to talk.
I was trying to come up with a rundown for the show, but we'll wing it. It's late.
You know what you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it, Brendan and Corey style. You guys ready? No prep.
Yeah. What's up, man?
This is bad.
Not great.
Hello, guys. Sorry, my internet.
Yeah.
It sounded like he was in the pool.
Yeah.
He might be.
His service not great. Service not great, man.
We've heard that Chase Field isn't great for a lot of things.
Yeah.
The only thing that it's good for, it's probably the number one park to swim at in baseball.
Probably.
Or Wrigley when it rains. And you're Greg Maddux looking for something to do.
Yeah. 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 Looks like maybe he's trying to find a different spot based off the off air, but we'll see.
8-5.
8-5.
Any new names in this chat that I've never seen?
Oh,
Luke Stuckmeyer, I've never seen his name in the chat.
the live
before.
YouTube channel, we were doing favorite opening day memories.
Oh, yeah.
And so mine was Tuffy Rhodes.
Uh-huh.
But edited off was the point where I was like, greatest individual opening day performance.
Mm.
We took that part off on the edit, which I don't care, whatever.
Uh-huh.
People, how does it match up against putting up the flags and getting our rings? Come on, they lost the game. I know they lost the game. I'm just talking about a guy hitting 3 home runs.
Are we not allowed to have good memories?
Why does the internet have to be full of so many angry people?
Well, now you're in the YouTube chat, so you get to see it firsthand.
My goodness.
Well, at least you got some people to like.
AdRock92. Hi, my name's Luke. He was asking who's the annoying guy. I said, that's me.
Oh, okay.
No. Anyways. I
didn't see that.
Yeah, no, everybody was so mad. I was getting people sending me messages. What? How could you say that opening day we got our rings? They lost that game.
I don't. It was the home opener. I don't think it was actual opening day, but the Jumbo Diaz game comes to mind. That's a good one.
How about Ian Happ hitting a home run on like the first pitch of the game in 2018?
Yeah.
That's great.
Against the Reds?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Marlins. I'm pretty sure they won that game.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he hit it into the Marlin tank.
Yeah.
Now somebody's going to be out there. What is this guy talking about? A Marlin tank?
He hit it into the Great American Ballpark tank.
Mitch Phil. The guy in the middle comes up on my TikTok every once in a while. Super annoying. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Let's go. game. That
I deleted
that ballpark
TikTok
was
just
electric
because of how
when he
much
hit
Cody
that.
was coming
because I've come up so much.
I used to be in your live chat all the time.
You did.
And
did you really delete it because of me?
No, absolutely not.
I was like,
Jeez.
damn, man.
Hey, it's okay. Hold my hand for a second.
No, I'm not going to hold your hand.
Hold my hand just for a quick
No,
second
I'm not
because I'm
holding
going
your
to
hand.
promise. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that is unbelievable.
I'll give you a hug after the show, though.
Way better spot.
Now.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll talk to him. I'll be super annoying.
Oh, look at him go.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Tangled up in cold.
This
Looking
is,
sounds great.
What? Did you leave? Like, where did you go?
That's what happens when you try to use any internet in this place that isn't like press Wi-Fi, basically.
Yeah.
Things go south quickly, just like this game.
For anyone watching, which there's a lot of you, this is Derek. He is the host of the PHNX Diamondbacks podcast. He also has been here before, and he hung out with us at Friday 120 Club last year. Nice dude. He has a Harry Carey. He has a Harry Carey. What is it? The Roosevelts?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and he loves Chicago, so we welcome him here, even though he covers the Diamondbacks. So
I appreciate that.
how are you doing? How I know you're down 3 runs in this game. I'm happy about that, but how do you feel about the team going into this year?
I feel good about this team, and I'm not. I mean, they've made some mistakes tonight that definitely led to this score, but not necessarily, as bad as I think things look right now, right? Like there was that 6th inning where both of those defensive plays probably should have been made and led to a lot of runs. So, again, I'm still feeling pretty good about this team. I think everybody is. Maybe the fan base might be ready to call it a season after losing tonight's game because, it's just 1 of 162. But, they made some good additions. I mean, honestly, the Jordan Montgomery situation is not great, but nothing about it was really great. So, they're kind of in the position they're in now where luckily they added Corbin Burns and things still look pretty good for them.
The Jordan Montgomery situation is really interesting because he was such a hot topic here last offseason, and then it just never happened here. And then the late start to last year wasn't very good, had an ERA over 6, and now he has to have Tommy John, and you're probably not even like the earliest you get him back is next year, probably mid-season, right? Somewhere maybe May, June, whatever, who knows?
I mean, he's just under contract through the end of the year. So,
oh really?
This offseason he'll be a free agent, and I mean, again, I've said it on the show a few times. The only way that contract could have ended up looking good after the way the last season went is for him to return to this team this year and perform. And obviously, that's not going to happen now, right? So, it's probably one of the most disastrous contracts in franchise history, and yet somehow, with the addition of Corbin Burns and that situation kind of falling in their lap, They still found themselves in a good position as far as starting rotation is concerned.
Yeah. I think you guys have a good squad. You're going to be right there. Wild card because the Dodgers are the Dodgers. How much do you hate the Dodgers as much as we hate the Dodgers?
Yes.
Arguably more.
Maybe even more. Yeah. Because it's weird. I don't know if there's another division in baseball where you automatically like pencil in the winner of the division and then just say, well, maybe one of the other teams will win the wild card or whatever. Like even if the expectations are what they are, you still feel like the favorite can be beat. The guy that, everyone's choosing to take the division can be beat. It just doesn't really feel that way sometimes with the Dodgers. They're extremely well ran. They have a ton of talent. I mean, not only are they able to acquire the top free agents, but on top of that, they do a great job of, of developing talent and bringing guys in. It's a tough team to beat. I also hate their gold letters and their gold numbers.
Yeah, and the unis that they had today.
Yeah.
Cubs did that too, so
yeah, it's hard.
They weren't my favorite uniform, but
hate.
I didn't. Yeah,
it's hard to hate.
Derek, Patrick Norton, CHGO Sports. Quick question for you.
Hey, buddy. Yes.
Have you recovered from your fantasy football punishment?
No, I have not.
No. Okay. Would you care to explain that a little bit?
Yeah. Saul Bookman, who is a complete monster, decided to have our fantasy football punishment ball being the Waffle House Challenge, which apparently the waitresses at the Waffle House are very familiar with. So if you come in and say that you're completing the Waffle House Challenge, they will, if you have good servers like I did, they helped me out. They coached me through it. But I don't know if I'll ever eat another waffle again. And I don't think I've eaten even like waffle fries since then. So that's kind of where I
yeah, that would ruin a few things for me.
Yeah, for sure. So,
good to see you on your feet. I was concerned.
Yeah, everybody should have been.
Another unrelated baseball question.
Yes.
What are you most looking forward to at WrestleMania?
I am most looking forward to the John Cena Cody Rhodes situation playing out. To be honest, I think that the John Cena thing has been so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, WrestleMania is fun. It's a big spectacle. So it's mostly when you can do something like that has the world talking, and I think they did a good job of doing that. So interested to see how it goes, and I don't really feel like I know, right? Like it feels like it could go either way, and that's always a good position when you're booking pro wrestling in a way where you believe either guy can truly win. Then you've done your job.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we have 6 outs to sweat here.
I'm sweating right here because the air conditioning and the heat here. So there's
Chase Field. Chase Field's not a great park, right? That's kind of the word.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, honestly, I think it's better than it's given credit for, but there's a lot of things that need improvement around here, especially when it's not even that hot out right now, and I'm sweating quite a bit. Like wait till it gets to be 100 and 109 here in Phoenix and see how these nights are going to be.
How often are they draining the pool water? That's what I would like to know.
Probably not often enough. That'll be my guess. I was also told that most people don't actually go in the pool when they rent that suite, which is just crazy to me.
That does
paying all that
crazy.
Money. Get in the pool. What are you doing?
Maybe the first thing I would do, I would jump in. Cannonball.
Yeah, it's a lot of like work functions and stuff, like functions you don't necessarily want to be in a bathing suit in front of your coworkers. But
Tim Robinson going down the zip line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, have a good night, and I hope you guys lose. That's all I can say.
I hope you lose.
Yeah, I hope you lose. All right.
No, you. Yeah.
No, you.
You.
All right, bye, guys.
Have a good one, man. All right.
Where did Stucky go?
He's just over there watching the NCAA tournament right now. That's what he's actually doing. All right.
Is that a record?
Can you bring one over here?
Stucky said that he's had 2 Rice Krispie treats. So.
All right. We're here sweating Porter Hodge. Leadoff hit through past the outstretched glove of Matt Shaw. How close was it? Man, that was a good pitch.
It was a good pitch. I have no issue with that. Emma, chill.
Emma is going nuts.
Emma, I believe, had Texas Tech in her survivor pool.
Okay.
And Texas Tech did just won. Texas Tech just won.
And Sarah's.
Hey, remember what I said?
Rice Krispies.
I said that it was possible because at one point the Bulls were down by 11.
Give me 2 because I'm kind of hungry. Ooh, you want one?
I'll take one.
You
Thank you. We're good. You know what this feels like? It feels like Little League.
Oh, sheesh.
Who brought the juice boxes? At one point, Arkansas was up 11. I feel this feels like Little League baseball when it was like someone's got to bring all right, juice box
that
boy.
That was close. That almost took Eugenio Suarez out for the year.
That would have saved the Cubs 12 home runs.
Yeah,
because Eugenio Suarez is going to get traded at some point this year to a team that will play the Cubs more often.
Oh, Haji's in, huh?
yeah.
This has got to be great ASMR to just hear the rapper in the mic.
Just lock back in here. You got to throw a strike. You gave up a hit and wasn't even on a bad pitch. There you go. So that was the pitch that got hit for a hit.
That was a base hit last at bat.
So those strikes. I'm giving people some ASMR now.
Uh-oh, foul.
God.
This one's got a chance. Foul.
Ooh. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Still got 80 people on here, huh?
Yeah.
81?
Sick
and 81 likes. Now that's impressive. Anytime we can match that up, I'm happy. 81 likes.
Up and in twice now.
How many guys behind home plate? One of the guys behind home plate looks like Matt Peck.
We still 40 away? We still 40 away from 1,000?
We've lost 4 in the last 20 minutes.
I think Sarah, what?
How many subs?
How many subscribers are we?
She was so locked into that Rice Krispie treat. 968.
That's another 4. That's another 4.
I don't think we're going to make it by the end of the game. Maybe post game.
I think you guys just have to keep going until you get to 1,000. It's going to be 3 in the morning.
He got him on strikes there. He's a little wild. But that's what he's always been.
What? Is this his second outing of the year?
I think he did pitch in Japan.
Did he pitch when he came back at all?
Mm-hmm.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. The thing, like his minor league career, he walked a lot of people.
Brags.
Let him in.
Decline.
Decline.
Let's see his hair.
Let's see this haircut.
83.
He's wearing a hat. We can't even see his haircut.
Yeah, why is he wearing a hat?
Show it off.
How are we supposed to
Show
see his
it
hair?
off.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
It's not just about the hair, it's the lineup.
What we need to talk about
Is Braggs
beard.
Braggs,
Come on,
Braggs,
man.
were you watching the watch along in the shower again today?
No.
We learned an
watch along
interesting
in the
fact.
shower. No,
We learned an
no
interesting
wa-
fact about Braggs today that he likes to watch CHGO videos in the shower.
In the shower.
And I questioned if he actually had a shower.
Yeah, sometimes.
Is it
Man,
just
it's
because
been
of the situation with the
What
leg?
does that mean?
Is it just because of the situation with the leg, or?
No, I just was, trying to be efficient this morning. Hogue had his mock draft 2.0, so I was watching it in the shower. What's the big deal?
Now, so you take your phone into the shower, or you have one of those sun TVs.
No, you put it outside, off to the side, outside the shower. You open the door, you take a little peek.
Braggs also owed me lunch and offered to take me today, and then we left the office to go to lunch at about 5 p.m.
Listen, if he keeps taking his phone in there for these showers, we're gonna end up with a Shannon Sharp type deal.
Oh no.
We're gonna get a Bragg shower video.
We're done.
There's gonna be a Bragg shower video that's gonna go viral.
See, now we're talking. This is after
Oh
dark.
man.
This is after dark now. No, but hey, man. Obviously, we're hoping the Cubs.
Ooh, we got him.
Thing out.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Porter Hodge. Let's go, dude. 2 strikeouts, effectively
Nice.
wild
Yep.
in this one. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Hey, I get it. We're getting to the end here. Hopefully, the Cubs can get their
The
first
end,
win.
and we got a bullpen here that everyone has anxiety about. So Pearson wasn't that great. Theobald got lucky and somehow didn't give up a homer.
Yeah.
So.
No, but it's been a fun day of sports, man. Hey, we don't get too many of these, right?
You're
I don't.
right.
I know. I didn't get to hear your guys' reaction to the Bulls game winner, but I have to imagine everybody in the studio is going crazy for that.
Then Big Dave came over here and just yelled.
Oh, you're so excited
for
I mean, it was insane. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to see what happened. 3 threes for the Bulls in the last 12 seconds of the game to win it. Unbelievable. I mean, just March Madness, but NBA style. So that was great for the Bulls. Obviously, the Sox won earlier today. Texas Tech just came back to win in overtime. You got the Cubs up 8-5. We don't.
Chicago sports are back.
Yeah,
Chicago
is
great. Back.
And of course the Bears are 1-0. So
in 2025.
Yeah, and that one time Ben Johnson went to the Blackhawks stadium, they won that night.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown. They had 7 goals that night, Sarah. So
yes, they did.
And he got the extra point.
So,
and also in the new CHGO Cubs YouTube chat, Sean Caselli says, "Now that's a handsome gentleman." Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. See, Sean has good
I just
taste.
assume he's talking about me.
I would too. I
won't take up too much of your
Stuckey.
I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time because I want you guys to enjoy the 9th inning, and I know you got a post-game show to get
There will
ready
be no enjoying the 9th inning.
Well, we might. Well, so regardless, I did like, to start the game for, obviously, hey, shout out to Luke. Credit to Luke for wearing his Friday 120 club.
Huh?
We are 9 minutes away from it being Friday here, in the Central Time Zone. It's already Friday for those on the East Coast. But, it was cool to see, there's definitely been some good at-bats. I agree with Brendan, earlier on the live watch along, like saying that, but I did like seeing Kyle Tucker be aggressive in his first couple of bats, swinging first pitch. I know he struggled in the spring, so nothing like jumping all over a first pitch fastball or whatever you got to do to try to break out of that. He almost lifted one out of the yard to start. But honestly, and I don't know how much you guys touched on it, in that moment where they cleared the bases loaded, but Pete Crow-Armstrong, obviously this guy is a difference maker, and for him to beat out the throw to second base to keep the bases loaded and keep that inning alive, those are the little things that Pete Crow-Armstrong is going to do this year that may not, really show itself on the stat sheet, but is what makes him a difference maker. So I think that showed that right there and broke this game open, at least give the Cubs enough breathing space to hopefully close this thing out. So, it's cool. Hey, we're in it now. It is officially baseball season.
Are your Sox friends still slandering PCA to you?
I mean, I would hope not, if they want to, act as if they're the intelligent baseball fans that they, present themselves as. I mean, it's clear as day the guy is a player. Obviously last year I'd give you a little crap like, hey, when's this guy going to show us? And he's shown it.
Well, you said it when you said that to me last year. You said that your Sox friends were giving you crap about it. I was like, and then I told you just got to wait because you got to go through the adjustment to Major League pitching and all that stuff. And so, that's why I asked.
But the same thing we said about Matt Shaw if he gets off.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, patience is a virtue, and everyone knows me for my patience. I'm famous for that. So,
Dr. Patience.
Dr. Patience.
Dr. Patience confidentiality.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, hey, I know you guys are getting close to 1,000 subscribers to the new YouTube channel. Certainly trying to do my part to help lift you guys over that hump, and I know you guys are gonna clear that and go above and beyond. So, it's gonna be a fun season. I look forward a week from tomorrow, 7 minutes from now, Friday 120 Club next week at Wrigley. I will be there, hobbling my ass in there with my crutches.
Now, are they going to give you a special seat? Do you get a special seat?
I don't know.
He gets to play left field.
We are starting this season just as we ended last season, and that's with everyone having to carry me into the left field bleachers. But I'm closer to the end of my recovery this time around, so we won't have to deal with my limpness too long. So
I honestly think the biggest thing or the biggest test for Braggs, getting to the bleachers is not even just walking down the stairs. It's more about going up the ramp. I think the ramp will be the biggest challenge.
They have an elevator.
They have an elevator.
They have an elevator for people with crutches.
Okay.
They do.
I forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I forgot
Braggs
the day
doesn't like to
Braggs
take elevators or
strike-
escalators
yeah.
anymore, and it's understandable.
Well, he confuses the two. So
Well, they're both terrifying if we're being honest.
Yeah.
To human error, right? So,
Yep.
well, regardless, looking forward to a lot of Friday 120 clubs here this season with you, Cody, and everyone else, Emma and the whole gang, and we're gonna have some fun this whole year, and hopefully the Cubs.
we're not invited.
We're not invited
Well,
again.
He'd say
Everybody-
Luke
You guys,
came,
of
but
course,
Luke never
Ducky
went.
brought donuts last year.
Everybody
to-
keeps leaving me out.
Remember when you brought donuts? That was.
Remember I handed out donuts in the
That's what I
bleachers?
remember.
You
Thank
did.
you.
You did hand them out on the board.
Remember
You know
that.
what? You two are invited. You don't have to get defensive about this. Okay,
The
you're
last-
invited.
Back off.
One of the last times I went there, I put a shirt and I changed shirts and I put it in Bragg's car and I didn't see it for 8 months.
And it came back covered in.
I brought it back to you.
He did finally bring it back to
I brought
me.
it back to you.
It smelled like cigars and bricks.
It had mortar all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, looking forward to the Friday 120 clubs. Hopefully the Cubs can close this thing out. Pat, you've only been at the studio for like 16 hours today.
What a warrior.
Well, so
Yes.
Braggs, before you leave, PCA.
Oh, PCA missed another one.
That's 5 pounds to Cody on domestic opening day.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Before you leave, I do just want to say, it is what's today? March 27th. It's about to be March 28th. 1 year ago today, I did not. I was unemployed. A year later, my day today was waking up. Actually, I should say my day today was writing a newsletter and also baseball predictions until the wee hours of the morning. Then getting up shortly thereafter again, coming down, doing the Bears show, sitting middle chair with Hogan Braggs. After that, doing some other work, going out to lunch with Greg Braggs. Unbelievable experience. And after that, coming back here, watching an unbelievable Bulls finish with Will Perdue. And after that, sitting here on a panel with my guys. Where else can you find that? Nowhere.
You can't.
Nowhere.
Can't find it
That-
anywhere.
That is definitely what makes this company special. As Cody finishes off his rally crispy.
I'm sitting.
I had
here
2
eating-
off camera.
I'm sitting here eating Rice Krispies. I'm giving everyone the ASMR that they need.
Yeah, you're like, he's like, you ain't gonna find it anywhere, Sean.
Can't find it. He's picking out of Steve. Yeah, that's right, Greg. You can't find that anywhere.
Can't find the Rice Krispies anywhere because we're eating them all. That's
The
for
people,
sure.
Sucking it out of his
the
teeth.
people who watch my TikTok lives, they enjoy it when I'm like today I was eating a salad on my TikTok live, so the ASMR of eating a salad. So
Yeah. Well,
Bad
I'll
days.
let you guys to it. Hopefully
Go
the
to
Cubs
bed.
can get some insurance runs.
Tell us
here
one more
with-
time how great Friday 120 Club is.
You don't do that to me, Patrick. You know what? It's late. It's late. Tomorrow night's going to be a late night for me. I'd appreciate it if you wished me well on my journey.
I will not
to
be doing that.
some March Madness upsetness. You could just wish happiness for
excellent
your
play.
friends.
Safe.
You know that, right? You could wish happiness for me without
Well, that ball
rooting for
bounced.
Purdue.
that ball
specifically.
bounced. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Braggs, there's baseball on. Come on.
I'm
This
just
watch
saying.
along is very serious. We have to be watching the game.
I thought that was a line out.
Well, hey, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it bounced right in the
Little-
dirt.
Yeah, that's
I'm bringing good luck to
Ducky's
the
got the
program.
best eyesight here. so.
Safe.
all right. Nico in safe.
All right, go to bed.
All
Night,
right,
night,
guys.
Thanks, man.
Go
Bye.
Cubs.
Bye.
Go
We love your sexy
Boilers.
haircut. We love your sexy haircut.
Haircut
you.
lived up to
It looks
the hype.
fantastic.
All right,
Phenomenal.
boiler up.
Boiler up. Here we go, Maya. I'd like to see a knock here, huh?
Boiler. Hopefully they tweet the final score tomorrow.
I've never liked knock.
Knock? You don't like knock?
I'm not a fan of knock. Boog uses knock a lot, and it's not an anti-Boog
I don't
thing.
want to
It's just-
overuse knock.
Yeah,
I
knock.
think it's the first time I've said it tonight.
A knock.
Well, take
a
it back.
hit? I'll take a knock. Yeah. What else do we call it? A hit, a knock. Base hit.
A base knock.
A base knock. Yeah, right.
A single bagger.
Oh, Amaya.
Miggy.
Oh, insurance. Oh, yeah, man. Let's go, dude.
Matt Shaw on his horse.
That's
around
a 5
third.
RBI night for Miguel Amaya, right?
Yeah, he's cleared the bases twice.
Miguel Amaya, man. The year of the cat.
Miguel Amaya breakout season incoming.
No, Braggs is saying that he would like it on the record. He would like the record to show that he brought insurance runs to the program. He brought insurance runs to the program the second that he got off. We will not stand for this lie.
Yeah.
I have been here since 10 o'clock in the morning. I did leave briefly.
So you're not staying for the post-game show then? So you're saying?
I got to write a newsletter about the Bulls.
What a opening night game.
Yeah. This, you know what? Favorite opening day memories? Right
Today.
now. Right now.
The friends
we made along the way.
The launch of the new CHGO Cubs YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Since we've launched, the Cubs are 1-0.
Whoa,
whoa, too soon.
whoa,
Too
whoa.
soon. I spoiled it. What if it doesn't happen? I'll be blamed.
Ian Happ going foul. I had a baseball that if you would make contact with it, it would play a Pat Hughes call of a Sammy Sosa home run. And no one is interested in that. That's okay.
What's he talking about?
I missed you. I was tweeting.
Oh, no, it's okay. Go back to your Rice Krispie treat, all right? I said I have a baseball.
Yeah.
Or I had a baseball. I don't know. I'd have to find it. It's at my mom's house. Loyal subscriber.
Kathleen.
Don't call her Kathy.
Kathleen.
Take that back. Because I will hear about it for sure.
Kathleen.
There's not a chance that she's still awake. And if she is, she's texting me about that right now.
She is awake.
Good for her. I have a baseball, and it's Cubs branded. We're under to third. Not bad.
He can't be perfect all the time.
I believe it says Sosa 21 on there. Oh. And if you hit it or like make contact with it, it plays a couple of sounds. One of them's like da-da-da-da-da charge. And then the other one is a call of Pat Hughes calling a Sammy Sosa home run. That's a great childhood memory.
Okay.
That no one, again, it's fine. Should I tell it a third time? Maybe it'll come through better.
It was good.
All right. So I'm assuming that Presley was already up, so I think he's going to come in. When I say already, like when it was 8-5. But I honestly wouldn't be mad if it wasn't him because you're up 5 runs. And he's old.
It's a 4-game series, too.
It's a 4-game series, exactly. So, like Brad, can we get a Brad Keller or a Eli Morgan? Eli Morgan in this spot would be fine with me. But I do think that he's going to bring Presley out here, but because they haven't flashed to the bullpen, so I don't know who's up, but
my thoughts on it are would have been really nice to get that run. That's my thought on it.
To make it 11-5?
To make it a 6-run game.
Okay.
But I'm comfortable not going with Presley right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're so broken that we see a 5-run game.
Yeah.
And we are terrified of not using the closer on opening day in a 4-game series. And I'm not blaming you guys at all. That's just the way of Cubs baseball as of the last few years.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
It is a shame. All I know is that if there is going to be a closer controversy, Porter Hodge pitched pretty well tonight. So
you are the conductor of the Porter Hodge train.
Oh, I am.
And and good for you, because yeah.
If there's one guy in there that I will buy stock on, it's him. And Luke Little when he comes back too. And I want to consider buying stock on Brad Keller.
Whatever happened to Brad Wick?
Injuries. They
Yeah.
ended up having to release him. Yeah.
Dang. Because they at one
would have
point
been
they had-
awesome to have a Jordan Wicks to Rowan Wick to
Brad Wick.
Brad
Yes.
Wick.
Yeah.
Would have been absolutely electric.
Would have been even better if they were all in the infield.
Yeah.
Wick
Wick
to
to
Wick
Wick
to
to
Wicks.
Wick.
Wick to Wicks. Yeah.
Blake DeWitt at the other position. Blake DeWitt was the guy, right? No.
Blake DeWitt. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Cub legend. Who was the gosh.
Gary says bring in Merriweather. I think he was up. Didn't they have him up earlier
Bring
in the
in Neil
game?
Kotz.
You could bring him in. Yeah.
You can't mention Neil
Merriweather.
Kotz without thinking about David Ardsma.
Yo, David Ardsma.
Double A, number one in everybody's contacts.
Yeah.
How many of the runs did they score with 2 outs? 7?
Sounds
7
about
of the
right.
10?
You guys took the HDMI connection, so I
last
couldn't watch the
2
first 4 innings.
The last 2 were with 1 out.
Yep.
So that's 9. So I'm missing 1 run in there. What was the last run prior to
it's Presley.
the Amaya?
So.
Yeah, this whole conversation.
Yep.
Bobby Howry.
I used to have a True Value radio that could only play like 3 stations. It was 720 was one of them. And there's just a question in there talking about listening to the radio broadcast that made me think of this. Perfect for listening to Hawks games and Cubs games as a child.
Yeah.
Little white box.
Yeah, I can picture that.
Yeah.
I wish Marmo was in here, but it's not the right opportunity.
Oh. Ooh. Fly out. All right.
My Cub fandom goes back
One
far
down.
enough that I remember Bruce Sutter as the Cubs closer, not the guy that gave up the homers to Ryan Sandberg.
Sure.
And ironically, I have a Bruce Sutter autograph somewhere in my parents' stuff because he used to get his coffee in the morning at the Arlington Heights White Hen that used to be by my house.
Nice. That's White.
Kingman, Sutter, and Russell.
Cody, can I ask you a question? Do you know what White Hen turned into?
No. Should I know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should. I'm a terrible person.
It was bought out by
7-Eleven. Now the one by my house is a Subway.
Okay. Oh,
Caught.
But still, the greatest tweet attraction I've ever gotten on a tweet was my White Hen mug.
Yeah.
When I worked there.
How
Blew
could
up.
I forget?
Got like 300,000 people. White Hen, Wimpy dips.
All right.
See, Brian misses a good White Hen.
I feel like most
you ever
of our,
you ever have the Wimpy dip?
like my parents still call it a White Hen. They don't call it 7-Eleven. They call it White Hen.
White Hen?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you know you're local.
We're in trouble.
All right. This is
At least
enough of this now.
The good news is Presley
rhymes with
isn't
peanuts or
walking
peanuts.
guys. Isn't that been the problem? Is he's been walking dudes, but now he's giving up hits.
Hey, at least he's getting it across the plate.
Vanilla Chill says
I
we
guess.
should have traded for Ketel Marte 3 years ago.
Did the Diamondbacks have him on the trade market?
Did we talk about never mind. I didn't want to pay $1.
Presley DFA? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Presley DFA.
They're not gonna do that when he's making $8.5 million and there's no one. Well,
Bears did that with Nate Davis.
Brian used to get sandwiches at White Hen. I used to make sandwiches at White Hen.
Maybe you made Brian a sandwich at White Hen.
There you go, double. Oh yeah,
ECA
it's
bobbled
second
the
and
ball.
third.
All right,
Second
all
and
right,
third.
all right.
It's all right.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever. All right.
10-6.
10-6.
I had a Little League baseball coach who anytime that anyone would get hit with a pitch would say, "You're all right. We got ice."
Real nice.
Yeah. I got hit a lot. I crowded the plate. Not by choice. I just didn't know where to stand.
Yep. Remember the first time I got hit in the back as a kid, and I was like
but Brendan made it feel all better with that hug.
Yeah, a little pat. I didn't like it. I remember that.
Yeah.
First grade, didn't like it much.
There's a kid named Alex who, because I went to school with him, who threw just straight fireballs. And I was terrified standing in the batter's box. And he hit the cloth on my jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And the umpire saw it and was like, "You got hit?" And I was like, "Yep." And I took my base and I never looked back. I've never been so proud. Never been so proud to get out of a batter's box.
Yep.
That's a great pitch.
Cubs 1 out away. By the way, please hang on. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. We got a full hour post-game show after this coming up on these new CHGO
2:10 a.m.
Cubs.
or 12:10 a.m. already.
Cody is living in the future.
I am.
Ground ball to second.
10 a.m.
On to first.
Cubs
Ball
win. Cubs win. Let's go.
Undefeated on the new CHGO
Undefeated
Cubs
in the
YouTube
United
channel.
States.
Undefeated.
Sarah says wrap it up. All right, that's it for the live watch along. We appreciate
See you on the post game.
Post-game shows coming
Let's
up
go.
next.
We all silly like the mayor.